Now give it a whack. Turn up the fun with BullSittin. Hit it.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey.
They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a Matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. Joining me, as always, are these fine gentlemen and women, or woman. First off is
Just the guy
Mr.
down
Ham
his money.
Solo, Mr. Ham Solo himself. Welcome, Ham. Matt, welcome. And the Nintendo goddess herself, Cozy Beluga. Are you feeling rosy?
Absolutely.
Please tell us why.
Oh, I was looking for these. I had a great week. Sans being sick one day, which wasn't that bad.
She said sans, ladies and gentlemen. More proof that you're dealing with nerds. What have you been playing, Cozy?
It's a basic word.
It's really
earlier
not, though, but okay.
Earlier this week, I died in the altars. So I was like, you know what? I need an emotional break from this, and I picked up Retro City Rampage. I already had the game. I've had the game for ages, but I just like pulled up my 3DS and started Retro City Rampage, and I've been enjoying that.
All right. Well, there's a game they haven't taken away from you. Ham, how are you doing? What you been
Go to
playing?
Matt real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, Matt, how you been doing? What you been playing?
Good. I've been playing, and I'm sure Ham will say the same thing, a lot of Ready or Not.
Okay.
Speaking of which, look, if you're looking for a game that you want to play with us,
Yeah.
buddy, Ready or Not. Ready
Can-
or Not.
Ready
Can
or
my
not,
PC
you
handle
can,
that?
you can.
Yes, your PC. Yes, it can.
All right,
Definitely.
Cozy, we're not trying to get copyright struck. Do not sing that song. Well, I don't know if the Fugees are that. Well, it's not. It's usually not the artist. It's usually the publisher that's petty.
Yeah, I don't think the Fugees give a fuck, to be real. I think
Probably
the
not.
publisher does.
Wait, you
Yeah.
can't sing people's songs? I thought you were supposed
Uh,
to play their music.
no,
Wait, you can
no.
sing their songs. You can definitely sing
No,
their
no.
songs.
Some publishers are actually that petty. You can't sing it.
You can.
All right,
You can sing
I'll look it up. But there's been some content creators that have been hit with copyright strikes from like Sony and stuff.
Were they using the
I'm
actual music?
No,
I'm
they were
sure.
just using their voices.
I would imagine that would imply that they were also having like a backing track of the music.
No, no, that's actually not what
You can
happened.
acapella sing it. Because here's the thing, Cozy. It's not going to sound anything like the real thing.
Oh shit!
That was heartless. That was heartless. Not even
You
necessary
just
at all.
That was
Uh,
beautiful. That was beautiful.
oh man. Rip and Tim, Matt. Fuzzy, welcome in.
damn right.
Rachy, good evening. Dave Reezy, what's happening? That was happening.
H-E.
Ron Slasher says sing the Concord song. Yeah, see, no one's going to come after us if you sing the Concord song, cause Concord doesn't exist. Ham, since you're back, what you been playing? How you been doing?
You know, I should throw on some back. We should like throw on some like video game. What? All right. How about this, Cozy?
Yes.
Pick a song from, like, pick a OST from a video game.
Oh,
It has to be an old
Lavender
one.
Town.
It has
And
to be
that's
an old
gonna
one.
play. And that's gonna play on in the background on loop.
Oh, never mind. Not
the
Lavender
hell?
Town. Don't do Lavender Town.
It has to be an old one. It has to be an old one.
No,
please.
no.
It does not have to be an old one. It just
Okay,
has
then.
to be a video game.
God damn it, Ham. I'm
Exactly.
trying to get my money to come to Texas. If they copyright this
Look, you
video.
can't go where you're already at, buddy. Anyways, Cozy, what?
Do
Oh,
something
man.
from
Where I'm already at.
Ori.
Will o' the
Now
Wisp
we're
That would be
getting
beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we're getting sued.
or Blind Forest?
Blind Forest is perfect. Blind Forest got one of the best songs in a video game I've ever heard.
I was
Okay,
gonna say
Blind Forest.
do one from Bleeding Edge.
No, not. You already chose this.
Blind
I'm not redoing this.
That was
Forest
a
is
long time
great
ago.
choice.
Bleeding Edge. Wow.
Yeah, but it also had one of the greatest soundtracks ever. If you know, you know.
Well, I don't.
All right. You go
you
on
play?
ahead though. I'm gonna get this set up in the background.
All right. I haven't been playing any games actually this week.
Fake gamer.
Yeah, plastic gamer right here. It's been a rough week for me personally. No video games played, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some this weekend. I'm actually downloading. Actually, it's done. It's done downloading. Wuchang. What the fuck is this?
Fallen.
Fallen
Feathers.
Feathers. Yeah, it's Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, and I'm going. Oh man, this is gonna be so embarrassing. But yeah, I'm going to try to. I'm gonna try and get back into Elden Ring. See if I can't get those last achievements.
I downloaded Wuchang because I was gonna do a video on it. I played it for
Uh-huh.
like 5 minutes and I was like, I'm not doing a video on this.
Why? Well, let's get into it.
Because-
It's actually on the
Because
yeah.
and it's not because the game is bad. I mean, I don't know. I didn't play it long enough to find out it was bad. Really, it's
A bit
the fact
loud?
that the first like actual fight that you get in, like an actual fight, not like it's I don't know within the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. I went against this. I got my ass beat by this boss like 5 times, and I said, okay, yeah, I don't want to play it that much. Listen to that.
Can you lower it a bit?
I'm sorry.
Can you lower the sound a bit? I can barely hear that.
Yeah, that's loud.
I can only hear it at the volume that my computer's on.
All right.
You'll have to tell me to dial it down.
Okay, a bit more. A bit more.
Is that better?
Yeah. I think that's fine.
Okay, good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Matt. Sorry, you're saying
Yeah.
something about the boss.
I got to the boss and I did it like
Shit is
5
hidden.
times and I got my ass beat every single time. And this was like 3 minutes into the game.
Damn. But does it
And,
not have
like,
a difficulty setting?
what's that?
Does it not have a difficulty setting?
Didn't even check.
Matt wants me to hop in there and grab the riot shield.
Dude, that'd be fucking great. That'd be great, honestly. Because that thing, like, I thought, like, the first time I fought it, I was like, oh, okay, obviously this is one of those things, like, at the beginning of all these games, they're going to give you this boss, and you're supposed to die.
Yes.
Like you can beat it if you're good enough, but you're supposed to die. That's what I
Yeah.
thought it was. And I
Yeah.
died, and it just started me back at it again. I'm like, huh?
Wait, I'm supposed to beat that?
And I tried a few more times, and it just wasn't happening. So I just said, I don't care to make a video on it. Make a video on something else.
So, as far as Souls likes go, it's actually difficult.
But here's the thing, I suck at those games. So I'm not the person to be like, it's incredible. Yeah, it's difficult to me, but I suck at those games. So, like, I mean, you play them often. You might go into that first boss and be like, that was easy as shit.
Like,
But,
I'm excited now.
Matt's gonna make me download it just to beat it right now.
Yeah, dude.
Ham also, because Ham's better at those games than I am too. Ham also might go into that boss and be like, that was fucking
Dude,
totally
I
fun.
fucking grabbed Matt on Wolong, or what was it?
Yeah.
Wolong? I
was
grabbed
Wolong.
Matt
The game
by
pass.
the shoulder and dragged.
Bro,
Damn.
there was like a few. There was like, you could count on maybe one hand the amount of moments in Wolong where I felt like, yo, I actually like.
Good
I
jumping.
made that happen.
I
made that happen.
I feel like you were fine until we got to Lubu 1. And then you were like, all right.
Yes. That guy kicked my ass. And Ham did a lot of heavy lifting in that fight.
And that's like, I fuck this. I'm out.
Elden Ring was very rare for me. I don't know that there's, unless they do an Elden Ring 2, I don't know that there's another game that's gonna make me put up with that.
Wuchang is only single player, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Wuchang was only single player.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in it. Just because of that.
Oh,
Those
okay.
kind of games, I kind of like running around with friends. Elden Ring was very similar. The only reason I ended up really buying you had the opportunity to play with, and that was enough for me. Even though when you played with people, it was terrible. Like the balancing,
Yeah, it made it way harder.
The balancing in that game was just absolutely terrible when it came to
Especially the back end of it.
But yeah, especially in the back end. But yeah, I liked the idea of that. And then when Wolong came out, it made it easy for me and Matt to play. For myself, it was like, all right, this is nice to have somebody hop in, because Benny would hop in sometimes, Matt would hop in sometimes. Even Kid Smooth was hopping in sometimes and fucking going batshit crazy. Not having a great. Matt, remember that?
Yeah, I remember Kid Smooth not particularly like vibing with what was happening.
It was insane, the amount of screaming that was going on. But
the amount of people we had in our party when that game came out just playing Elden Ring, who by the way, and no shade to them or anything, but like, by the way, I've never talked to them since. But like, at that moment, they were all in our party and we were all playing the same game, and we were all pretty friendly with each other just because we were playing the same game. It's crazy.
Proof that Souls likes are community games.
I think the quality of Souls likes lately have been amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just not particularly into playing
I think
Souls
you're tired, man.
after Souls like. after Souls like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on.
I think you're burnt out on Souls likes.
Yeah. I mean that, and it's not even my genre.
Fair enough.
That's exactly
So
me.
it's kind of so it has to be special off rip, and then whatever comes after that has to keep my momentum interesting. Kind of like Wolong. Wolong kept me further interested because of that aspect of whatnot. It made it fun for me. As for playing that alone, I feel like there's so many other Souls games that I could play as well, and I don't. That's not even putting this one down. It's just like I'm not sure if this would be my first stop. You know, coming out of that I'm tired retirement. I'm coming
Yeah.
back. I'm Brett Favre in it.
Yeah.
I don't think Wuchang would be the thing to call. I think it'd be more like what was that game that came out last year that was really big?
Black
Whoa, another Whoa.
Myth.
Wukong. Yeah,
Wukong.
Wukong.
Yeah.
Wukong, even though it's not a Souls game, I understand that. But if it was a
I was about
Souls
to
game in
correct you.
particular that I wanted to come back and play, the one that looked the most interesting recently was probably first.
What?
Wait, what
You
is
cut
it?
I said the one that
Berserker.
looked the most interesting recently was probably First Berserk.
Oh man, dude,
Hey, how you
I-
feeling about that one, Loke?
I do not regret my purchase. First Berserker is a very, very, very good game, Ham. When it's on sale for like $30, do not hesitate.
I'll wait till it's like 20.
You will beat the game. Like there's difficulty settings, but even if you play it on the default setting, you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. I'm still struggling. Well, I haven't played it since my week from hell, but right now I'm still struggling on this special particular boss. But that's the thing about Souls likes. If you like Souls likes, you don't mind spending a week on one boss. It's just part of the loop of it. You know what I mean?
And that's how I know I don't like Souls like. Because I
You don't
do
wanna
mind that. I mind that very much.
Alright. So Matt bounced off of Wuchang. Ham. Okay,
It's
Ham.
song right here.
Yeah, man.
No,
Bring it down a bit, just a little bit more.
that's the fucking one.
It randomly got epic. Ham, are you
Is that
more or
better?
less
I can't.
interested?
Like I said, I can't tell. Is that better?
Yeah.
Well, I see Fuzzy Tomato said it's still kind of loud. I like definitely right there. I could hear it for sure.
Richie's asking for Astrobot.
Yeah,
I guess
asking for that.
We'll do Astrobot next time on Wednesday.
yeah, next episode. Wukong is at least Souls adjacent. Yes, Fuzzy. It kinda. I would say Wukong is just kinda hard, but
I was just gonna say punishment wise, probably. Yeah.
yeah, I just think we should stop saying because a game is difficult, it's a Souls like. You know what I mean?
I'll never stop.
Yeah,
saying
but
that.
it really does try to look as much like a Souls like without.
Yeah, like
Look, is
I
your
see
standard action
where
game?
Fuzzy's coming from with it. Because it's
Action
like
adventure standard?
it's like the biggest pretender ever without actually being. It's like essentially like Steve.
when
like what?
Yeah, when
It's like stevia, or you know your fake sugar, something like that.
Sucralose. Splenda.
Yeah, like a Splenda. That's a good one too.
The nastiest of them all.
I'm not American, so I don't know what these references mean.
I'm not American. I'm not American. I've never heard of
He's in
Splenda.
Texas. They like real sugar. He's Texas.
They do.
They're not American.
I've never heard of Splenda. We don't have that in Austin, Texas.
Okay. Ham, are you interested in this game? I'm not even fighting anymore. I know I'm gonna spend an hour on this if I fight it. I'm not gonna fight it anymore. Ham, are you going
it,
to?
though? That's why it keeps happening.
It's funny because you ask him about, What football team you like, Loke?
Manchester United.
You know what?
No.
He had to
Football.
think about that because he didn't want to say the
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah.
He had to take an
I
extra
knew it.
second.
I knew you were gonna say that shit, Ham. I knew it. This guy. I hate you so much.
Nobody
So
outside of
much.
America is a Raiders fan.
Dude, everyone loves the
Just
silver
a
and black.
horrible team to pick. You gotta be American. It's like being the Browns fan. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that
believe you
makes
really
sense.
live in India. Here.
Oh man. Stanley says, "Sure, Loke, you're not American." All right. Okay. So Ham,
This
getting
guy
back
from
to-
Saudi Arabia told me he's a huge fan of the cold.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here, Luke.
Ham. Let's get back on task here. Are you going to install Wuchang? Because we're now in the time economy, right? Everyone
Yeah,
here
I'll
has
install
Game,
it. I'll give
everyone
it a
has
shot.
Game Pass. Everyone here has Game Pass. Everyone has Epic free games. Everyone here has Amazon free games. There is no one here that doesn't have tons and tons and tons of games to play. Why are you going to give Wuchang a chance? Because it's not just about the fact that it's quote unquote free. It's that literally, Ham, you have hundreds of games sitting there, staring you in the face, saying, "Let's go." Why are you gonna pick Wuchang? I'm curious.
This is gonna disappoint the shit out of you because I'm gonna tell you the same answer you just told me. Because
Okay.
it's on the service, and I'll give a little extra caveat to that. It's new, and I'll even give another little extra caveat because there are plenty of new things that pop up on there, right?
Yeah.
It's just, if I'm being honest, it's being talked about quite a bit, and I'm kind of curious. There's a new ice cream at. Sometimes I want a little taster. I don't have to pay that.
And see what's up.
I can just see, hey, I'm not in the mood for this, but what happens if I hop in for 5 minutes and that turns into 5 hours? So, sit from where I'm sitting right now and say that it doesn't look like something that I'm not interested in. Just like I could sit there in the football stadium or basketball stadium and say, man, doesn't look like we're going to win tonight. I have no idea if that's true.
Fair enough.
I have no idea if that's true. All I can say is what I perceive based on past events, Just like you always say, Logan. Past kind of shows you what the
Past
future
performance informs future results.
Exactly. So, I'm assuming from past events that this game isn't gonna make me super duper excited, but there's always the possibility that it could be. I mean, much more Gooner approved than I anticipated.
Oh my
Not
God.
that I'm a Gooner or not. I just want to help out Matt.
Sure, Ham. Sure. We can get to the Guna part in a bit, but I just thought it was interesting. I just thought it was interesting to explore why people would be willing to part with their non-refundable time, right, to try something that is not immediately appealing to them, because that's one of the big talked about motivators of Game Pass from developers.
Let me throw on another point onto that, and maybe somebody else might want to speak. It's kind of this day and age kind of where it really is, as much as we try to deny it, especially as console wars whatnot. It really just comes down to access. Either you're willing to give yourself that type of access or not. And once you have it, it's hard to not take advantage, right? A new show shows up on Netflix. Never heard of these characters before. but you watch the preview of it anyway.
Yeah,
You know, it's just it's there. It's already paid for.
might as well.
I mean, that's part of the reason that you pay for it, right? I pay
Yes.
for Game Pass because I like the benefits of it that it gives, but it still like that it kind of has helped me transform my taste in gaming. To be quite
It's
fair, I guarantee you, if you rewind the clocks back to 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018, and told me to sit down and play Persona or whatever other turn-based games,
Yakuza.
or maybe even some
Yakuza.
Yakuza or any of that, like, I may have given it a try, but I would have put it down, or like I probably wouldn't have given it a try because there was no service.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna go spend $60 on something. I'm just not.
You're
A
not
lot of
sure.
people that do that, but like most of us people, we want to know for the most part what we're buying.
Yes.
You know,
I was the thing we talked a couple weeks ago, or a month ago, or months ago. I don't remember how long
Not a
ago it was,
gooner.
but we talked about like some guy specifically. We watched a video. Was like his whole point was like games aren't as good as they used to be, or whatever. Something like gaming thinks I can't remember, but it was something like to that effect, and that like that kind of correlates to this in the sense of like why would you try it to find out if you like it? Like if it doesn't cost you any extra money to try it, why
Why wouldn't
wouldn't
you
you
do it?
try it to find
Yes.
out if you like it? Or you could end up like, again, don't remember the guy's name, but like that guy who's like, I don't want to try anything new. I want to play the old thing, which is fine. Nothing wrong with playing the old thing. Fucking our buddy Twan, who's on my show, his whole thing is retro shit. He loves it. Nothing wrong with that. But it's like, it doesn't hurt to try something. Like, I booted it up. I gave it a try. I knew immediately, no, and I just uninstalled it. Move on. Next thing. Back to RoboCop. Back to Ready or Not. Back to, whatever the hell. It's no big deal.
And is that the value that you wanted from Game Pass? You're satisfied with that?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Also, Ron Slusher, I'm not saying Game Pass is free. I'm saying it's no extra cost. Like, I don't have to pay on top of what I'm paying for Game Pass to try Wuchang. It's a flat fee. Whatever the fee is per month, you pay it, you play the game. And to answer your question, like, yeah, like, that's, I'm in agreement with him. Like, dude, growing up as a kid, I'm not shitting you when I tell you this. PS1, I played Evil Zone and Crash. Maybe Spyro, like once or twice. That's all I played. I didn't like Nintendo because I got tired of it because it was the only thing that was at Boys and Girls Club. I got tired of it, so I hated that. Didn't like it. And then all I played for like years was Halo, Unreal Tournament, Call of Duty, GTA,
Call of Booty.
and like Madden or NBA Live or 2K or whatever. It wasn't until, like, for years, it wasn't until like stuff like I played Skyrim and Red Dead and Fallout and stuff like that where I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then you get Game Pass, and then I'm playing shit I would absolutely have never played, like Ori. I got the collector's edition of Ori and the Will of the Wisp right here. I would have never got that if it weren't for Game Pass. That's one of my favorite games ever made. Never would have played that without Game Pass.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Sometimes you're just in the mood for a buffet.
yeah. I just think it's such a fascinating topic because a lot of discussions around this game specifically has been about how it's been made. Like from this article, you can even see on the screen, right? People are talking about poor performance, etc. And I just find it so like interesting that even in a situation like that, there's people that are seeing positives in the service rather than just focusing on one bad interaction with one specific game. So
Look,
Matt, you didn't.
this is the exact reason why, like, articles like this is why I value things like games. I told you, Loke, just last week and the week before that, and probably a few weeks before that, I'm sick of buying games day one just to have there be issues that I didn't pay for.
Yeah.
So when a game comes to Game Pass and they're like, "Oh, there's a few issues in it," I'm just like to me, it's a shoulder shrug. It's like, okay, well, it'll get ironed out at some point. That's how I look at it. I'm like, whatever. I'm paying this monthly subscription service. If I would have paid $70 or $60 or $80 or $50 for
Ouch.
something that was busted, I'd have a lot different feelings about it. But I'm essentially, I'm in a shitty Uber this time, right? That's what this feels like, really. I mean, oh, it's a poor performance? Well, I'm going to get out of this Uber whenever I'm ready. I don't have to get back.
And bounce. I didn't buy this car.
Exactly. I did not buy this car.
All right. That's fair enough. Cozy, please tell us how much you don't care about Wuchang Fallen Feathers.
I don't care. What am I supposed to say?
How much you don't care. No, Cozy, I'm gonna make you work for this money. We pay you to come here. We pay you to
That's
come
not
here.
how it works. That is not how it works.
Well, that's how it's working now.
There.
If you want that check to clear, that's how it's working now, Cozy.
I may try it if I actually remember it exists. I don't know. I'm like,
That's fair.
I don't think Chinese games are there.
Explain.
I think I've never not played any action Chinese game where the combat didn't feel off.
Someone on Twitter said it felt floaty and not as impactful.
It's not
Matt-
tight, not as.
Yeah. What's up?
Matthew, you've played the game. Can you confirm Cozy's theory?
Buddy. Let me tell you what happened when I played the game up. I got to the boss. I got my weapon. And this boss attacked relentlessly. There was no space to I spent the whole time dodging until I was dead. I didn't even attack. I spent the whole time dodging until I was dead. Because this thing, that was like the most I beat Elden Ring. I fucking beat it. That was the most aggressive boss in a video game I've ever seen. I played like half a Demon Souls. I've tried Dark Souls 3. I've tried Dark Souls 2. I've tried Dark Souls 1. I've tried Bloodborne. I've gotten a decent amount into Blood. I've never seen a boss that fucking aggressive. 3 minutes into the game, there was no space to attack that thing. It just kept abusing. So I couldn't tell you how the combat feels. It felt like shit, to be quite honestly, because I couldn't do anything.
From that description, Ham is definitely downloading that game.
I mean, let me know how.
It just sounds like Matt refused it.
What's that?
What?
Sounds like you refused to parry.
That's what it sounds like.
It didn't give me any prompt to parry.
There's no way.
It said literally. It literally said, "Hey, this enemy." Essentially, it's like, "Hey, this enemy is going to attack you a lot. Press B to dodge."
Okay.
Press B to dodge. That's what I did until I was dead because I couldn't attack it. So it's. I mean, If there's a parry button, they absolutely did not communicate that in any way whatsoever. They didn't communicate that at all.
That's fun.
So, I mean, I couldn't tell you what the combat feels like, but that felt like shit.
Cozy, from that Sterling
Yes.
recommendation, are you more or less interested in Wuchang Fallen Feathers?
I am still as interested as I was before, which is to say, I'm not
That's
interested.
not bad.
Yeah, okay. I'm shocked that didn't tank your views on it. All right, fair enough. Stanley Francois says Broncos for life. I will give Wuchang my time for the assets. Okay, Raichi, thank you for bringing us into Guna territory. Fuzzy says Guna approved. Matt,
Bro, the
okay.
chat's been there for a minute.
Oh my God. Ron / relax. Try to relax your shoulders. Your shoulders. Reezy says he's a proud Guna. God damn. People are very interested in this one. Reezy says because he's capping.
What?
Listen,
How am I capping?
Because you're a Guna. Listen,
A gooner?
Matt,
How-
I'm gonna
what?
skip.
Yeah.
What? She looks like just standard design.
Okay, I'm glad you said this, Cozy.
First
Okay,
deny.
Woke,
Cozy,
Woke,
first
what do you-
deny. First deny that you're a Guna.
Literally, that's like the cover they use on every Chinese book.
My God, Cozy.
Cozy's kind of
First deny.
spitting right now.
First say I'm not a Guna when someone says you're a Guna. Don't go on
I
the
didn't say
defense and say
I
she
didn't
doesn't
say
look
I wasn't a gooner.
hot
I said
enough.
I wasn't
All you
gooning
said was that
over
she's not hot
generic-
enough, Cozy.
a generically designed,
Yes, but
Chinese.
Cozy,
It's generic.
you know how that
Literally,
sounds.
you could get that from an AI, just being like,
Okay, but do you
generic,
know how that
pretty
sounds,
Chinese
Cozy?
lady.
But Cozy, do you know how that
Illustration.
sounds? You were just accused of being a Guna. Instead of saying you're not one, you were like, she's not
No.
hot enough.
Yes,
But Lo,
exactly.
But look, that's the point. Okay? So me and Ham talked about this on Wednesday about
Okay.
because I didn't know anything about this, but apparently, Ham showed me some funny thing from Xbox era that was like, this game is Gunner approved, and I'm like, what?
And it was a con. It was like a bad thing.
Yeah, as a con, and I'm like, wait, what? And we watched some trailers. I literally booted the game up. I saw the character. I'm like, who's
What are
gooning
y'all
this
talking
shit?
about?
Like, you guys need, if you're gooning, if that makes you want to goon, I'll tell you what, you need to socialize more. You need to get outside. You need to talk to a person, a woman, a man, anything, do anything. Like that.
That's all
That
it
didn't.
takes.
That didn't do it for me. That did not do it for me. I was like, this looks like exactly what Cozy said. That looks like any generic character that you slap on an action game.
All right, but since we're talking about acceptance here,
Yeah.
are we not painting Gunas with a fat brush or a
Give me a
thick
fat
brush?
brush.
Oh my God. Are
What
we
are you talking
not? Are we not being unfair by saying that Guna's only goon to like conventionally attractive characters? Maybe
Well,
aren't Gunas what they are by their activity rather than what inspires their activity?
yes, but also in this specific case of Wuchang, from what I understand, again, this is all stuff I learned on Wednesday on the show, is the fact that the developers themselves said, hey, we're going to alter how whatever words they use. We're going to make some changes to the character based on the reception that Stellar Blade got. And so everybody was like, oh, they're going to make a hot character.
But you saw nothing.
And I'm just like, I mean,
Where
I
is
have
it?
Stellar Blade. I have Stellar Blade on my PlayStation. I've played it before. If I put side by side the character from Stellar Blade and the character from Wuchang, it's not a contest. It's not a thing.
Are you calling the person that wrote the article a weirdo?
What for that for Xbox Air?
Yeah.
I don't even know who wrote the article, but I mean, it's a weird joke. I
I
don't
like the
know,
side
but
step.
then
I
again,
like the side step.
I would imagine, I would hope that he did that as a joke, as opposed to being like, "Hey, this is genuinely a bad thing." Because if that was his thing, like if that's his genuine stance, then yeah, that's kind of weird.
You would hope that the person that reports and reviews video games as a job
Yes,
would joke about their job.
yes, yes, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So I get what you're saying there, but yes, my answer to that is yes. I would hope that. Okay, so Fuzzy Tomato says, yeah, he was joking. Yeah, I would hope that if under your cons for the game you have Gooner approved, that you're being silly, because that's a dumb thing to say otherwise. So
All right.
when I saw that, I was like, oh, obviously he's just being funny, whether it landed with people or not, whatever.
It, it
But
did not.
if you're being serious, then that's just weird.
It did not
I
land,
just I
Matt.
just assumed he was being a
I
goof.
hope I hope he doesn't quit his day job because no one was clapping.
Fuzzy
No one was
Tomato
clapping.
says he was streaming the game yesterday talking about it. So yeah, it's just goofing.
Uh huh.
Fair enough.
All right. All right. Ham, are you more or less likely to buy a game if it's quote unquote Guna approved?
I don't care about that.
Oh, okay. You're not more or less into it. It's just like I
A
don't care.
level-headed take.
Hey,
Very level headed.
if it is really revealing and sexy but looks boring as shit, I don't want to play it. If it's not
Days.
revealing at all, if it's not revealing at all, ugly ass characters,
But the gameplay is tight.
really fun, and the gameplay makes sense, I'll play it. If
Alright.
the character is sexy
How
as
you
shit
do
and
it.
the gameplay is amazing, I'll play the shit out of it. Might play it a couple
Uh-huh.
times.
Yeah.
Might run through them.
All right. All right. Reezy
Okay.
says embrace the goon, Ham. That's okay. We're good, Ham. We are good, bro.
I'm not a
Cozy,
gooner. I'm not a gooner at all.
Yeah.
Cozy, are you more or less likely to play a game depending on like what the character looks like?
What the character looks like? Yes, but not in a gooner way.
Take your
Because
time.
the thing is, I think being a gooner is lazy. Just go play you some actual titty games. But
But I would say it's the opposite, Cozy. I'm sorry for interrupting. But I feel like going to play the titty games, that's lazy.
no.
Because then the whole thing is set
Not
up
if
for
that's
you.
what you want. Not if that's what you want. If that's what you want and you're doing everything but that, then what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you playing other shit?
Because
I mean, if
Steam
that's what
took
you
them
really
all
want.
away. Anyways,
That's a valid
Cozy,
point.
Sure, we can talk about that for sure.
That's a valid point. But
We can talk about that.
no, that's how I feel about it. There are if I look at the character design and I'm like, I don't like that, I will not play a game.
Okay, so if the game has like super suggestive characters, that doesn't affect how interested you are in playing it.
Probably if it's done in the way a lot of games are, because it's just cringe, eye roll, weeb shit, usually.
Can you give us an example of a time that was done right? And everyone get your keyboards out, open up YouTube.
Bayonetta.
Okay.
That's not bad. Also, there was a game on the original Xbox. I saw one of my friend's older brothers playing it. I think it's backwards compatible. I can't remember the fucking name of this game. Blood Rain. Is it Blood Rain?
Yeah. Are you talking about the
Blood Rain.
vampire, half vampire?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blood Rain. Yeah, that's another one where it's
That
like
they did well.
yeah, hell yeah.
I think First Descendant did fantastic.
First
Ooh.
Descendants, dude. First of all, that game is fucking sick, and it blows my mind to this day that game scored the way it scored. I still don't know why, but that game is fucking great, and the characters also happen to be crazy fucking hot. Just so happens.
Bodacious.
I mean,
so happens.
it's definitely the gold standard of Goon.
It probably is.
Game runs off of.
What happened?
That is the gas station. That is the Phillips 66 of Boone. is First Ascendant, and that's without mods.
Yeah,
yeah.
the vanilla version. That's wild. That's wild.
It's
People
like-
are going for the vanilla version.
Could
You
you
can look
imagine
that
the
up on it.
goonery that you could create? with that
Man.
game?
It hit my elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely sounds interesting. Fuzzy says culture warriors have a hard time taking jokes these days. Look at the reception to the new South Park. People don't understand. Funny is funny. Funny is funny, and people don't understand. As soon as the funny becomes about them, then it's not funny anymore. Cozy, I
Yes.
just wanted to hit on this one real quick with you because I think it's very interesting. When people talk about gooning, usually it's gamers of the male variety.
Mhm.
Usually,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's usually of the male variety. Have you ever witnessed some of your fellow sisters gooning as well, or do you believe that it's just guys that do it
I'd say it's mostly guys because
mostly?
guys are designed for in gaming. Guys are typically designed for guys, and women are typically designed for guys.
What?
Guys are just in games are designed for
You're not
guys,
wrong.
and so are the women.
she's not wrong.
Sounds like
Most
Ham
of the
has
time.
to add because you lean forward there, Ham. Go ahead, say what you wanted to add.
I think there's a ton of women gooners.
I'm sure there are.
I just think that they're a lot more private about it.
No. The reason that I'm saying what I'm saying is because there are, but you're not going to find them as prevalent because games are typically the guys in the games are made for guys, and the women in the games are also made for guys. You know why I said Bayonetta? Because a lot of women goon over her.
Really?
Yes, and you know why? She was designed by a woman.
Huh.
I still think there's just a massive amount.
It's also like a lot popular with like Link, Final Fantasy 15.
Wait, but Link's a kid, right?
No, don't always.
He's not a kid.
There's Kid Link, but Link isn't always a
Oh,
kid.
I'm just used to the Link and the
No, Link isn't always a
Current
kid.
thing.
So, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not a big Nintendo guy. When I look at Link, I'm just seeing a kid.
Also,
Every single
also, there's a reason why Garrus in Mass Effect became romanceable.
Right.
I'm telling
Right.
you,
There
there's
wasn't a
plenty
lot
of
of dudes asking for that.
There's plenty of good women out there. I mean, and we have one on. I know one a couple rooms away. Just saying, there are definitely gooner.
There are,
Gooner
but
girls
it's
out
the
there.
issue is
There's
more
a
the
lot more
content.
private because for some reason, or I shouldn't say for some reason, I should just say what it is. Men are much more loud and proud about things they shouldn't be loud and proud of it. where women, in my opinion, when it comes to things that people could look back on and say that didn't bode well, are a little bit better in the aspect of their nastiness.
Okay.
I see less women do stuff, but then come to find out later that they're really the insane.
Okay. Like they'll take it to the next level.
How many times how many times can a guy bring that up? That's happened all the time. All the time. I'm sure Matt has some wild relationships that he's been in the past where it's like, I thought she was at 3.
On one.
She's at fucking 12.
On ones. Yeah.
I thought she was. I thought she was a 3 on the earthquake scale. She's a fucking 20. She's insane.
Yeah.
She wants me to do stuff that I don't like. like you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, girls tune her as a mother. It just.
I also think, they exist, but I'd say it's less prevalent in games than other genres. Like, for example,
sure, I bet you're nailing that one.
And in fact, that's probably why, like, the specific gaming gooner material that is popular, that women would goon over, is stuff that is also popular in fanfic circles.
Yeah, I was gonna say novels. Women are known to be gooners over that.
Yeah.
Like 50 Shades of Grey.
That is
Just
like
that was Twilight.
That is like their mecca of gooning.
The best book of all time. Rachie says Link is between 10 years old and 17 years old. Exactly. All I've ever heard of Link is that he's like maximum teenager. So he's a kid. Fuzzy says Master Cheeks. All right.
No, that's not.
I think more guys were talking about
Big
Master
sweaty
Cheeks than
armor
kids.
dudes, big muscle dudes. That's very much for guys.
Yeah. I'm with Cozy on this one. I think more dudes were talking about Master Cheeks than chicks. If I'm being honest.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was mostly making fun of the show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't booning or anything. Yeah. All right.
Sephiroth. Wow.
So Sephiroth. Oh yeah. I know Sephiroth definitely. So I have a weird one for everyone, and if you don't feel comfortable, we can move on. If you don't feel comfortable, we can move on. Matt.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite? Your favorite Guna character?
Guna character. Like the hottest character that I like.
That the first time you saw him or her, you were like, "Oh my god!" and you had like an involuntary reaction.
I don't think that's ever happened.
I thought you were gonna say involuntary something else.
Oh my
wow.
god, Ham.
Yeah,
Relax.
I'll tell you what,
Relax.
that definitely never happened. But even what Lo said, I don't think that's happened where I've had an involuntary reaction to a female character in a game. The character that
Could be male too, it's fine, dude.
What's that?
Could be a male character as well. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for opening that up for me, Lo. I really appreciate it.
I just want to say for anyone listening, all right, TSWS, we do not judge. You can swing left, you can swing right, as long as you swing it.
2025. You guys do what makes you happy.
Let's go.
As for myself,
as long as it's legal.
The first character
as long as
that
it's legal, yeah.
I'm gonna say the first character, but the first character that in a game that I was like, damn, she's pretty awesome. And this is crazy because looking back on it, like, it's set in a really old period. It's from Red Dead Redemption 1. Bonnie McFarlane.
What?
Bonnie
She had like
McFarlane.
gingivitis and plaque and
Bonnie McFarlane, buddy. Bonnie McFarlane.
what? Hold
Also,
on.
Red Dead Redemption
Hold on. Let
2,
me Google.
Sadie
Let me
Adler.
Google. Well, hold the phone.
No,
Bonnie
I won't hold the
McFarlane.
phone. I'm
This
putting
guy
the phone
said
down,
Bonnie
bud.
McFarlane.
Bonnie McFarlane. I had a poster when I got Red Dead Redemption 1 of Bonnie McFarlane. It came with it, with her holding the gun, and I had that on my door. I think I might have also had a poster of Sadie Adler with a gun as well.
Damn it, my internet is betraying me. What the fuck? Load up already. I want to see who Bonnie
Luke needs to
McFarlane is.
see. Have you not played it?
What, the Red Dead? Dude, that was so
Yeah,
long.
Red Dead 1.
That was so long ago. Who the hell knows that?
Bonnie, who knows Red Dead 1, one of the greatest games ever made?
No, like
Anyone.
who knows every character in Red Dead?
I mean, Bonnie McFarlane was a pretty big character in the game.
Okay. Hold on. Is this Bonnie McFarlane not? Is that her?
Where? Let me see. Yeah, Bonnie McFarlane, right there.
Is this a looks thing or an actions thing? Because I do agree with you. Her actions in that game were pretty it's coming back. It's coming back to me. Her actions in the game were pretty honorable and upstanding.
Yeah, little bit of both.
Tough looking bit.
That's the thing. That is the thing. Historically, the first girl I ever kissed was a tomboy, so I like tomboys.
Matt likes strong women. Matt likes strong women.
You're damn right.
All right.
And Bonnie McFarlane's definitely one of them. Also, Sadie Adler and Red Dead 2.
Matt likes strong women, everyone. Applause. How very modern of you, Matt. All right.
God bless you.
Ham. You want to play? Or would you rather leave a no comment?
No, I if you're talking about the first one,
Yep.
whoo, man. Shout out to the classic.
We got.
What's the classic? Tomb Raider?
I said DOA.
Oh, okay.
Dead or Alive was pretty nuts. I remember playing Dead or Alive.
With Anne and Kasumi, the sisters. Oh,
That did it for you. Kasumi, Dead or Alive.
and I think it's pronounced Anne.
Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this up.
Anne and Kasumi.
There we go.
Yeah, brother.
Okay. That's fair.
Did you see Anne as well?
Oh, hold on.
It's
hold on.
AYANE.
Hold on.
We talking about North.
AYANE. What, Matt? You acting like we're in a rush.
No. It's it read Raichi's comment. He says, "Why are we talking about neural activations?" And I thought it was funny.
Why are we talking about neural activations?
Yeah.
I okay.
I'm telling
me,
you, physics were great.
Wow. Can you not like that ever
I can
again?
also probably give you a character from Evil Zone.
Cozy, stop hating. Who, Matt? Who?
I gotta look up the name.
Okay.
Look up the name. I'm looking up the characters in Evil Zone.
While you look up the name, let's check out the comment section. Trying to find fact fiction without Harry Potter kissing Draco Malfoy is nearly impossible. Really?
Yeah. They definitely
Really? Okay. Sephiroth has the biggest. Okay. I'm not gonna read that. Rishi said, "That love Casca, dude. Casca. Oh my god. From goddamn. Is it Berserk?
I
That
don't know
was
how you say this name. And I don't remember hearing it in the game, but I know the character, and I'm pretty sure she was on the cover.
mhm.
It looks like you pronounce it Ahadelka, but
Spell
Jesus,
it. Spell it. I
IHADULCA,
H A D U L
ULCA,
C A.
and then also Errol, EREL. And I was playing that back when that would have been like 2000, 2001.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say, I guess technically I could take it further back and say when I first got Mortal Kombat trilogy, and I thought Princess Katana was fucking nice.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, Fark has arrived. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Let's go.
Fark, we're asking everyone, since people were talking about Guna approved for Wuchang, we're asking everyone what was their first time that it was activated within them. Pam, definitely Dead or Alive. Matt, Red Dead Redemption 1 with Beth McFarlane? Bonnie McFarlane. Sorry, Bonnie. Cozy.
Cozy's about to
Yeah.
pick Aloy.
She almost
I
got sick in her
I
mouth.
will kick you out. I will kick you out if you
Why
pick
are you
Aloy.
about to vomit, Cozy? God.
Bro, really?
It's gross.
Fark says Lara Croft. I feel you, brother.
No. I honestly think the only thing of probably the closest is Thane.
Mm,
That's a fact.
yeah, that voice. That
Can you
voice.
not say it like that?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right?
Looks like God damn. Boy.
Dude, I beat Mass Effect 2 I don't know how many times. And yes,
And it wasn't
I'm
for the story.
sure to romance everyone. And that voice, I'm just saying, Thane saying some sweet little nothings, it doesn't sound like sweet little nothings. All right? I'm just
It's like
saying.
sweet little somethings.
If I did go down that alley, like Thane would be one of my favorites. Daisy says Daisy from Mario Kart. Okay, hold the phone. Listen.
I'm
Daisy,
not mad about that.
Mario. Who is Daisy? I don't even know who this person is.
I don't either. I'd have to look it up. Daisy Mario Kart.
She's like the brunette.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But I don't see
Fair
it.
enough.
But
I mean,
why?
if you're a kid, right, and you're playing Mario
You're
Kart,
asking the
then-
very first
yeah,
from
yeah,
us being kids.
yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah,
fair.
like-
That's fair.
I get
Very
that.
fair. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Reezy says Loki in yoga pants makes
Luke's
all the
over here
gold.
looking for some succulent bosom.
I was like, but why? I don't get it. Why? And then I forgot the context of the question that I asked. Fair enough.
Hey, Reezy
yeah.
said, I like the way she's riding that bike.
Jesus.
So Cozy says Thane. For me, it's boring. It's boring.
It's boring. You just heard all of ours. Come on, bore us,
Yeah.
Luke.
PlayStation
Boras.
1 Lara Croft, dude. You've heard it 1,000 times. You're tired of hearing it. It is cringe inducing at this point. Everyone, like 9 out of 10 people, you ask them, what was the first time it was those blocks? Let's be honest.
Fair enough.
For,
I'm
for
sure many
me,
people would agree.
for me, that was the moment. I was like, oh my God. Anyways,
Oh, God. Now
Jesus.
is not the time, Loke.
Reggie said I had a crush on Nell Zelfer when I played
vividly
Star
remember- I vividly remember
What?
my dad's friend who had a PS1. This was back before PS2. I must have been. I was born in '94, so I must have been 5. I remember very specifically my friend's dad playing Tomb Raider. I don't know which one on the PS1, and he was showing my dad, and he's like, look at this hot chick. I remember him saying that to my dad. Look at this hot chick. And like looking back on it, it literally is just blocks.
Yes.
Just blocks.
Yep.
But groundbreaking at the time for a lot of people.
Broke a lot of things. That game broke a lot of things. Anyways, Reezy says, what about Ada? Y'all need to leave me alone. Stop judging me, man. Stop judging me. Reezy says, what about Ada Wong? I was never a big fan of Resident Evil back in the day. But yeah. Fuzzy says the triangles never did much for me. Listen, Fuzzy, you had to be there. You had to be there. It was Lara Croft and then Meryl from Metal Gear Solid 1. No. Sorry. I take it back. It wasn't Lara Croft. It wasn't Meryl. It was Sniper Wolf. That's where my love for the Russian accent came from. That's where my love for Russia, I guess. My interest in the whole place. Oh my dude, Sniper Wolf. Oh.
Hey, Loke, do you think I could trigger you in 10 seconds without talking about Texas?
Okay, sure. Give it a try.
Do you think I can?
You cannot. Without lying to the chat and saying that I'm from Texas, you can't do it.
You don't think I can do it?
I don't think you can do it.
All right, give me 10 seconds.
Nah, Rizzy, I disagree. Lara was not caked up. It was flat, bro. It was a sad sight. It was a sad sight to see.
I'm gonna absolutely trigger you.
Lara was not caked up.
And you're gonna feel it.
What's this?
Ready? No. This isn't it, buddy. This isn't it. This is
okay.
It. Have fun.
What's this? I can't see none.
25 best superhero movies of all time.
Okay. Thunderbolt, Shazam, Super, Thor Ragnarok.
Where's Blade?
Superman 2. Avengers Endgame is 19th. Guardians of the Galaxy. Hellboy made more money than Endgame.
This has nothing to do with money.
No.
The Crow. Oh, fuck off. The Crow. Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man. X2. All right, fine. Fuck Unbreakable.
Unbreakable is amazing.
Sure. Wonder Woman. Okay. Black Panther is 6th. The Incredibles. The Avengers. The Dark Knight. Spider-Man 2. And Superman.
Where's Hitchcock?
This is so dumb. How do we know this is true? What's the source for this? This
is them ranking their 25 best. This isn't like what made more money. This is their
not
25
fact
best.
About who made more money.
No, this is somebody's opinion. And
okay.
Here you go. No. This is it right here. It's Esquire.com.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not triggered. I'm good. You know what? I was almost triggered. Him. This is
that's
the
not
opinion.
a great list.
It's not even Esquire. It's Joe Blow. It's a specific person who made their lists. Yeah, dude. Sure.
To archive
Thanks to social media, Ham. Thanks to social media, everyone has an opinion. It's just that yours is on a dedicated website. I'm good, bro.
I'm not like I'm not huge into superhero movies, but
I'm still kind of mad.
For me personally.
So I'm going ahead and call that triggered.
Oh yeah, that
because
is.
Because it's in your head now.
I'm not triggered. I'm fuck them, man. They're wrong. And you guys know they're wrong.
Number 20. Yeah, number 23 is Super. I don't even know what that movie is.
Because it's a dumb opinion, Cozy.
Why? How's it a dumb opinion? If that's what entertained them the most,
there's no Blade. Because there's no Blade.
But if they didn't like Blade, they didn't like Blade.
Can we start there? Well, if you don't like Blade, it's like saying you're into fantasy, but you don't like Lord of the Rings. Get the
I don't
fuck
like
out
Lord of
the
the Rings.
room.
I like
But you're
fantasy.
not into fantasy. No,
I like
cozy. You're tired of telling us, oh,
I
Not
like
that
like
medieval
you're
fantasy.
exhausted of
I'm into
no,
fantasy.
Loke.
fantasy.
Come
No,
on,
look,
Check.
not
Mate.
liking Blade is like somebody
God
saying I
damn,
hate
God
is
damn you.
it's like somebody saying I hate Chuck Norris. It's like somebody saying like something I hate something that is universally
This is
just
some
just
bullshit. This
appreciated.
list sucks. This whole list is
Wow.
ass.
Sounds like Hamathy won.
Yeah,
The whole
look,
list
because
is
you went from like, oh, I don't care about you went from I really care to oh I don't care to oh I'm kind of triggered to this shit fucking sucks. That's
it's a
that's
dumbass
what
list.
just happened in like a span of a minute.
It's a dumbass list. All right. Oh, that's disgusting. Why am I in the middle watching this? Why am I watching this?
It's a
Are
good
we
photo.
implying that I'm into this?
I didn't know you were friends with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh my god. Are we implying that I'm into this? Also, notice
No
that
one's
Malfoy
implying
is
anything.
not
Look,
wearing,
settle down.
and notice that Malfoy is not wearing the green of Slytherin. So this image is bullshit, right?
No, it's not.
It's
No,
bullshit.
look,
Looking right at it. What are you talking
you're
about?
the Hogwarts officiant.
And that's what I'm saying. The Malfoy should be wearing green, not red.
You're a new type of officiant.
Uh-huh.
The first Texas officiant. You had to
What
reference
am I
that.
officiating? Ham, what am I officiating? Those two don't look like they're about to fight. They do not look like they're about to fight. What am I
They're not
officiating?
about to fight, Logue. You're right.
What am I officiating? Cozy, helping.
Oh yeah, you're
Helping.
appreciating the glorious writing in fanfic.
Oh my god.
They're about to have a wrestle, and you're about to judge it. You're about to be the judge
Why?
of their wrestling match
Why?
You're about
Why?
to tumble.
I
because you
just
like wrestling.
Reezy says, "Hey yo, that's sus as fuck." Can we get that off the screen? Can we get what Fuck says? Remember, all three of you are role playing. What are we role playing, guys? I did not consent to this. What are we role playing?
Why are you staring so seriously? Also,
No,
like
that's what I'm
very
saying.
seriously, very
That's what
intently, you're staring at this.
You look like you have found the capacity.
I'm saying.
Right? He's been searching for a long time, and he's finally found it. I said we
Oh,
found the capacity.
all right, Cozy. I will remember. I remember how you left me to dry today. I will remember that.
I mean, you're.
Uh,
I think everyone should just admit that I thought everyone was a gooner. Are you not enjoying your goon?
um,
He's
that
gooning real hard right there. Look at them eyes.
I
Looks
am
like it
not.
right there in that photo.
Listen. That's not. Reezy says I look focused. Guys, can we get this off the screen, please? Like, I don't think this is constructive for the show anymore. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing it? Why? That's what I want to know.
You're welcome.
Anyway, no. So that was Wuchang. Guna approved. Y'all make sure to go and download this. I will definitely Actually, I already downloaded it. I already have it on there. Yeah, I'll probably start playing this tomorrow. It's probably the first game I'm gonna play. Matt and everyone else in chat, thank you so much for telling me why I should play it. Yeah,
You're
you did warn us, Fark. You did warn us that trouble had arrived. Anyways, let's move on to the next piece of news. Itch.io suddenly pulls NSFW adult content from browse and search pages after critical pressure from payment partners. So this is not a new story. Uh, it kind of kicked off last week. We spoke about it, and just yesterday, it went to another level. Uh, Steam removed 17,000 games from Steam, and itch.io not only removed games from like remove those games from their website, and you couldn't buy them. But even if you had bought these risque games, oh my God, Darius. Thanks, Ham. Thank you for putting that up on the screen. I appreciate that, Ham.
We
Thank
do
you.
it for you, buddy.
Dairy thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says we listen and don't judge, Loke. This is a safe place. I don't feel very safe right now.
It is safe. You
I
should.
I don't feel very safe.
I think
I
we
don't.
all reacted very positively to your photo. I think you should feel incredibly safe.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Cozy, I
Yeah.
want you to go first on this one because this you're the one who introduced me to this website, and I'm deeply, deeply disappointed in the decision they've taken because Steam just removed games. Itch.io removed games and took games away from people that had bought them, like before this policy was implemented. Give us your thoughts on this.
This is ultimately what I was talking about. This can be taken away from all of us. Um, and this is how easy, and it's like it makes you think like, there needs to be an option for a different
So,
payment processor.
hmm. Okay, well, I was watching Asmongold earlier, and he pointed something out that I think is important. I think it's a bit late for us to start thinking about other payment processors because the four that currently exist, they have the whole planet, like the entire planet, by the short and curlies. There is literally no other way to make payments online unless you have one of their cards.
Yep.
So how feasible is that, Cozy, to say let's sit here and come up with another payment method?
Uh, it's not. But I
Yeah.
mean, I wonder how it would be another layer, but I wonder how it would work if you could have um shut up. If you could have, just like no one wants to go back to currency though. I was thinking currency, store currencies, but no one really wants to go back to that.
But even to get store currencies, you still have to go through the payment partners, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You'd have to earn the currency through paying an
Yeah.
actual vendor, which
But they might be looking less at
which
what's on a
and
place if you're just buying
like I feel like that stuff is still somewhat
Am
stuff. What?
you cut out for a bit. You cut out
I
for a
said I
bit.
feel like that stuff is still somehow somewhat tied in because that money wouldn't it like I don't know exactly, but wouldn't it have some sort of like heads up of hey, you spent this and it transpired into this thing that you're gonna use for something else. Like I don't know how that'd work unless the company itself, i.e. Nintendo or
Steam
Steam
or
or whatever,
exports.
took that punch for whatever reason, which I don't think any of these platforms want to be liable.
No. And that's the thing. And you're right, Ham. It's still connected because when you take your card and then you buy your 60 points on Steam, the game is still not gonna be on Steam because Visa, MasterCard, and all these guys are like, what we want is none of these games on the platform. They're not talking about, oh, we don't want our money to be spent on the platform directly. They're saying we don't want these games on the platform. Otherwise, we remove our support of Steam. So what happens is, even if we say, oh yeah, we're going to use Steam points to buy games, how do you get the Steam points?
Exactly. It's
Still,
benefiting off of the people that don't want it to happen.
exactly. So we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a sword and a hard place.
Sword and another sword.
Yeah, or a skewer and a dildo. Sorry. Anyway,
Yo.
Ham. Uh, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on on itch.io taking it to another level?
I
Steam
can
just
tell you my
made it
thoughts on
so
you right now, buddy.
Steam just made it so you can't buy Steam made it so you can't buy the game, right? Itch.io not only said you can't buy the game, but even the game that you already bought months, weeks, years ago, that's not yours anymore. Plus, we're not going to give you back your money. Cam, what are you doing? What's happening?
Helping you out, buddy.
Oh my God.
That's what that last comment earned you right there.
And why am I bald? Why am I bald in this picture?
Are you not
What's
bald?
going Oh my God. Uh,
Looks just like, why am I in this picture?
This is too awkward. This is
You
just
see
too
Logan's
awkward.
face in that picture. He looks like he knows he's on a list that he shouldn't be.
Oh, stop it. Everyone knows I don't have money to be going to weird ass islands. All right, leave me alone.
Alright.
If I did, I wouldn't be out here trying to get pocket change so I could get my green card to go to Texas.
No,
Ham, thoughts on itch.io's actions or escalation? Actually, that's what it is, right?
yeah. I mean, it's just it's another direct hit, and like as much as we want to have it, we seem to always go the opposite direction, and a lot of people back it for weird reasons. But like, I'm sure there are people celebrating this
Yeah.
and saying whatever, it doesn't bother me, and I understand like the whole doesn't bother me part, but like not caring at all, or at least voicing your thoughts about it, to me is kind of weird, because this is an aspect of freedom that is literally being breached right
Hmm.
now. I mean, we're told all the time, and I know, especially you being in Texas, the land of the free, and all of these, and a ton of these businesses that come out of America that have so much to do with, how laws are passed and stuff like that. It's just like this kind of stuff goes by, and they'll use the most horrific thing to vilify what it is, because obviously some of those horrific things are weird, wrong, or just not our cup of tea, right? But then we forget all the other things that fall under that same category.
Hmm.
And then once that stuff, and then once everybody votes yes for it or whatever, then that stuff gets, shoveled off, and then you're like, hey, where's that one, game that I used to love when I was a kid? Where's that Leisure Suit Larry game that I liked when I was a kid? I want, my son's finally old enough. I wanted to show him what I used to play when I was a kid. It's gone. It's gone. It's unaccessible. You can't buy it. And then if you go looking for it, you're a degenerate.
Hmm. You're sick.
Yeah. You're a sick person, probably getting put on some sort of list, because, as technology gets better and better, the easier it is to track what
The
people are doing
ISPs. Yeah. What they're
and
looking
stuff like
for.
that. So, I mean, this is just, I mean, like I said, the majority of these games that are on here, if not like 99% of them, I'm not really messing with at all. But as we've said before, it's just the
The
precedent
principle.
that it sets,
Mm.
right? Because now you're saying this is inappropriate. Meanwhile, you tell somebody in a Muslim country that they don't have enough freedom. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You advertise, hey, we don't want to be like these people that don't have as much freedom, and then you take it away and say, hey, it's for the best. And it's like, but isn't that what they say?
There you go.
Isn't their whole purpose of not showing hair or, too many sexual features or something like that, isn't that, from their opinion, for the best?
That you actively disagree with.
So that's cautious because I was a Leisure Suit Larry guy. I grew up playing that on my very first Xbox. Leisure Suit Larry, and I was a gooner ever since. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. All right then.
But seriously, it's just like this kind of stuff happening is taking away from story writing for the future, for games that are currently pushing that edge that was your favorite, your Grand Theft Autos. This is directly a shot at stuff like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
Grand
Spec
Theft
Ops
Auto,
The Line.
their whole premise is to push it to the edge with satire as far as they possibly can. And we already heard before we got to as far as we are now in development of Grand Theft Auto that they had to dial it back on some stuff because of society. That might be okay in the sense of selling a product. Maybe they're trying to, pander to the right people or just kind of get everybody involved instead of a certain crowd. But let that be the developers' idea, thought process, direction,
vision.
It shouldn't be the government's. Oh, that's a little too sexy.
It's not even the government, dude. And that's what.
Yeah, right. These are corporations, right? In particular, right here,
bro.
But it's just like once some of these corporations and stuff like that make an unwritten rule and it gets breached enough, then it becomes a government. Somebody broke the law too many times on this or something like that, and then all of a sudden, what used to be a tread lightly, don't get caught, becomes a you're going to go to prison if you do it.
Yeah. You're not going to get a job if you get this on your record.
I don't know, man. I just think that something, I mean, this kind of stuff feels small, but I mean, a lot of things are small until they grow and grow and grow, and then they're huge.
It's the slippery slope fallacy. Dude, our whole lives they've been telling us, oh, stop talking about the slippery slope. Bethesda's like, oh, here's a horse for $10. People are like, wait. If we allow this is gonna get worse. Oh, don't worry. You guys are just, you're worrying for nothing. You're being dramatic. You're being dramatic. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Don't worry. 10 years later, not even 50, 10 years later, where are microtransactions, ladies and gentlemen? Where are they? And now we're about to let this happen with corporations telling us what we can and cannot play, what we can and cannot buy. Okay, we're being dramatic. It didn't even take 10 years. Remember last week, Cam? Last week we're talking about this, like, yo, this could get worse. Boom. 7 days. That's all it took.
Matt's actually the one that brought it to my attention yesterday. He's like, you know that thing Cozy was talking about?
Yeah.
Last Bastion? Yeah, that's gone.
It's like the South Park meme. It's gone. It's gone. Matt, give us your thoughts on the H.io situation. Stop it, Reezy. Stop it.
So my thoughts haven't changed much from the Steam situation, except for the fact. It doesn't. It's one of the things. It doesn't at this exact moment. Just like I said last week, it doesn't directly affect me because I don't play those games. However, still is not a good. This isn't a good thing. It's also especially not a good thing considering the fact that they're taking stuff that people already bought. That's kind of the kicker here. Is okay, you're gonna cave to the corporations who want you to do whatever the fuck, because all of a sudden they just have an itch to come up with that command. All of a sudden, just so happens, this is what they want. Whatever, but that's besides the point. You're gonna cave to them, which, in all seriousness, I understand, because it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do if you don't? Honestly, what are you doing if you like? What's your options if you don't cave? So it's shitty in that aspect. It's shitty they're taking games that have already been purchased, and it doesn't. I mean, same thing we all said last week, man. It doesn't. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign that things like this are happening. But I mean, shit, we're here. It's happening.
Like it or not.
Kind of is what it is right now.
You gotta be kind of sick.
Yeah.
You gotta be kind of sick to have your writing in your details be so well written that you can take back something I purchased without my consent. Or essentially, you buying the game is consenting to them ripping it out of your hand.
Yeah.
Or your PC or whatever. I gotta ask, Matt.
No.
Were there any compensations made or compromises made to those people that purchased the game?
No. I have no idea. I have no, because I didn't know about them taking games that people bought.
Look, do you mind diving into this article a little bit?
All right.
Because we knew about this stuff, but I want to hear what in particular is new and maybe get a little bit more understanding behind them taking it off of your account, and if anything's been replenished when that happened.
Alright. Itch.io has de-indexed swaths of NSFW content from the storefronts, browse, and search page, making thousands of adult games impossible to find. The sudden move comes amid critical pressure from the platform's payment providers. Itch.io said in a statement, something which forced it to act immediately and without warning to game creators whose titles have now been pulled from sale. Itch.io's move comes just a week after Valve booted a long list of adult games from Steam and updated its storefront rules to say it would no longer allow content that violated the standards set forth by Steam's payment processors. Prior to this, some users had reported being unable to purchase Steam games via PayPal for several days. Recently, so is the quote, recently we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content hosted on itch.io. The platform said today in a statement, due to a game titled No Mercy, which was temporarily available on itch.io before being banned back in April, the organization Collective Shout, these are our heroes, ladies and gentlemen, the people that know best. Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io di- directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. Launched in April and removed within days, No Mercy was strongly criticized for its depictions of extreme sexual violence and incest. Itch.io and Valve pulled the game amid mounting pressure from politicians and campaign groups such as Collective Shout, which has continued to push for games featuring sexual assault or abuse to be delisted. Last week, the organization said Valve had removed more than 400 games focused on rape or incest from Steam as a result of its pressure on MasterCard, Visa, and PayPal. Our ability to process payments is critical for every creator on our platform. Itch.io's statement today continues. To ensure that we can continue to operate and provide a marketplace for all developers, we must prioritize our relationship with our current partners and take immediate steps towards compliance. This is a time this is a time critical. This is a time critical moment for itch.io. The situation developed rapidly, and we had to act urgently to protect the platform's core payment infrastructure. Unfortunately, this meant it was not realistic to provide creators with advance notice before making this change. We know this is not ideal, and we apologize for the abruptness of this change. Users Users have suggested that itch.io's decision has impacted more than 20,000 adult games previously available on the storefront and criticized the abrupt move as feeling panicked and heavy-handed. Others have said that previously purchased content is also currently unavailable to be re-downloaded. But while Steam looked to have made definitive choices over which content it was booting, itch.io has said it will now conduct a comprehensive audit of content before introducing new compliance features, indicating that some currently hidden games will return. Indeed, various games that were rated 18 plus as they feature sensitive themes but not pornographic adult content have also been caught up in itch.io's action, such as the IGF award-winning Consume Me, a biographical indie strategy game that explores teenage eating disorders. Other games, however, will now be permanently unavailable, with impacted developers due to be notified in the coming days. So there you go, Ham. There's your context.
I I'm still looking. I'm still trying to find out if there's. I'm still trying to figure out if they got refund.
I think someone would have said if they did.
Because I know you can get refunds from itch.io, but I'm just not sure if you can get refunds from
Games that are old that you've had for a long time. I guess
yeah.
that's an interesting question to have answered.
Hmm.
Not sure we're gonna get one though.
I really just don't like that. You buy something and it's just. I mean, and people vilify Game Pass so much.
Yeah, because you don't own your games. Well, what's up? you
Exactly,
thought,
right?
you thought you
Like,
owned your games on itch, right? You thought you owned your games on Steam? Tough tits.
Cozy, unmute yourself.
I was saying, I wonder, because itch.io typically doesn't have DRM or anything. So you can re-download a copy, but I wonder
No,
if
you
it's
can't.
related to that. What?
You can.
It says you cannot re-download.
No. So like that, I wonder if that's why.
You wonder if what's why, Cozy.
So Steam requires you to have Steam, like, whatever. Itch.io, it's like kind of just games. It doesn't I've never encountered a game that required any DRM or anything. You just install them on your computer.
Well, that's
I
weird.
don't know
'cause
if
the
people are
other-
reporting that they can't re-download their game, or
That's pretty weird.
it just being unavailable. I mean, to me, that's enough. That's enough right there. Like, it's just so dumb. And the worst part about it is just the no warning. Like, you didn't even give me an opportunity to go buy like a hard drive and go put it on it or anything like that. Just fucking out of here.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me sit there and be like, you know what? Maybe the pirates aren't wrong.
Good shit, Rachie.
Oh, Richie got a MetaQuest 3 for $200, and he came with a battery pro strap.
That's
Nice.
fire.
That is
pretty
nice.
Hell of
sick,
a
buddy.
deal.
That's a good deal.
They can't take your VR from you, so there's that.
They can take the games from in it.
They can take the games. They can definitely take the
They
games.
can't take that power button away from you, though.
Ask Nintendo, they'll figure that shit out. I mean, they took the internet button out. They took the chat button away. Ask Nintendo, they'll figure it out. Cozy, go ahead. Sorry.
I wonder if it's So like no, because I'm curious about the delisting because I'm wondering if it's just the way the game is set up because it says you can, but also if someone doesn't set it up so you can download a delisted game when they set it up on itch.io, then you're SOL.
So it depends on the publisher
Mhm.
if they set it up so you could do it or not. Great. Just fantastic.
Well, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. Sony strikes a strategic partnership with Elden Ring publisher Bandai
Yay!
Namco acquires 2.5 stake. I swear when I saw this, I was like, I'm pretty sure this happened last year. Why are we rehashing the same news? But it turns out that this is something else.
Well, yeah,
So-
that was Katakawa. This
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
this is Bandai Namco main.
Bandai Namco, yeah. So they keep buying more and more parts of From
Just buy
Software.
'em.
Well,
buy 'em, dude.
FromSoft is separate of Bandai Namco, so those are two different
Yeah.
pieces of purchase. Like
Okay.
Bandai Namco or FromSoft is owned by Katakawa,
Mm-hmm.
but they get published. They have some of their games
Right.
published by Bandai.
Okay. Bamco, yes. So Sony said the 60 million share acquisition forms part of a broader strategic partnership with Bandai Namco and will focus on expanding the fan community for IP such as anime and manga around the world and strengthening engagement. Sony said
yeah.
it has historically collaborated on various projects in the field such as games, anime, and music, and with Bandai Namco and plans to extend its collaboration to a broader range of areas. While not explicitly addressed in the announcement, gaming forms a substantial part of both companies, and it's hard to imagine a world where From Software's gargantuan Elden Ring, which Namco Bandai, why is it Namco Bandai? Well, publishes, isn't expanded further. After all, Sony is already the largest shareholder in FromSoft's parent company, Kadokawa, and an Elden Ring movie is already in development. I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I don't speak corporate, but this sounds like a whole lot of nothing to me. Cozy thoughts?
It's a continuation of them getting keeping their hold on their anime and manga, because that's what's making the money.
Yeah, it also, I mean, essentially gives you dibs. That's what, like, I feel like that's what getting stakes in these companies and stuff like that, when like Microsoft takes a stake or Sony takes a stake or Nintendo does or whatever. I feel like all that really is just saying, hey, when you got something hot, I want it.
On that topic of hot, Ham, do you have a theory on why people are buying a lot more manga, but they're not buying comic books? Like
Nobody wants to
DC.
sit down with paperback at all anymore. Nobody cares about that.
Sorry, what?
Nobody cares about hard, like, physical books and stuff like that anymore.
But the manga, the ones that are selling, they're buying tons of books, tons.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell me people are buying tons of physical games too.
No. Okay. All
Most
right.
people aren't.
Okay. That's fair enough. But let me try and look this up here. Like the numbers were crazy. All right, Matt. What are your thoughts on Sony buying this, and why people are buying more manga than comic books?
Okay. I misunderstood the question. Let me go back. Because you said manga versus comic book, so I'm thinking of
Yeah.
like a physical copy versus something that's not. But you're talking about two different. You're
Yeah,
talking about
both
manga
physical.
and comic books. You're talking about like superhero stuff and like anime books,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Okay.
Like
Oh
a
well,
gigantic difference. Like comic book sells like, I don't know, 1 million copies a month for everything that's comic books, but you have mangas that just one of the mangas is 1 million a month.
maybe Cozy could help me with this, but I just think that manga's killing it because of the diversity. There's just so much different types of it, and I feel like the fanfare for that stuff is just a little bit more,
Uh,
pointed to, you know, different types of people instead of, everybody's Superman or fucking Iron Man
Batman.
or Batman or I feel like it's outside of the norm enough to where everybody can kind of find their kind of individual thing that they love and kind of blow up with it. Cozy, what do you kind of think about like the difference between those
Okay,
two
so
in
basically what
popularity?
happened is a lot of that stuff wasn't really selling enough in the Japanese market. So they saw that it was selling in these outside markets, and they were like, okay, here's what they kind of like figured out the algorithm of what the rest of the world liked. They have it down to an art because there's not actually that much diversity. Most outside of what you call it, most people like the same types of stuff. But there's a checklist of stuff that they figured out that, oh, this is what people like, this is what people like, and you have to keep them engaged just long enough to keep making this and this and this. There's an art to it, and so they managed to make an art to making so like that's why. Before it was
Why do you think
popular.
why do you think they can bounce around so freely? Because there's some manga and stuff like that that is very short.
Because a lot of that isn't written. You are writing for a lot of those. You're not writing for a big publisher in kind of a pulpy way. Like comics, like Western comics, are very pulpy.
I feel like Western stuff, and keep in mind I'm not a big comic person, but I feel like Western stuff reinvents the same stuff 50,000 times compared to some of the stuff out east where they will just be like, we're done, and just do something new.
I wouldn't say that's true. I'd say they do a lot of the same things, but the way they do it. So you have like people are like, okay, this is the checklist you need to hit to write to generate that popularity, right? And in the Western, it's sort of like, hey, you write for us. Here's what you're going to be writing on. That's the comic. That's what you write. That's the characters you deal with. That is what you do. You won't get like typically someone who writes, say, Wonder Woman. They're like, hey, I want to do Justice Society or something like that. You won't get that.
Interesting. Matt,
You're kind of assigned
No.
sort of a thing.
I know you're not into comics.
What's that?
I know you're not into comics, but why do you think
Sure.
manga is outselling comics so badly?
Because my theory on that. I mean, not knowing much about it, my theory would probably be the fact that there's a superhero movie every fucking day. It seems like, and there's not an anime movie every fucking day, so you're not getting your fix in other areas. Like manga's really popular because from the outside looking in, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine it's probably pretty popular just given the fact that, like, I mean, we're not being constantly bombarded with it in different other areas of entertainment, like every other day, it seems like. Like, obviously anime exists and stuff, but like, and there's a ton of it, but it's like, I just feel like, for example, my brother fucking loves Marvel. He's never read a comic. Doesn't care about comics. He just goes to the movie. Goes to the movies and watches the new Marvel movie. Whichever movie it is, he'll go and watch it. Versus, like, if you love anime and you love manga, you're probably gonna get into manga. Because it's like a massive fucking part. Like, it's probably the biggest fucking part of anime, honestly. So, I mean, I think that probably plays some sort of factor.
Richie says it's easier to pirate manga. So why are people buying so much of it? I think that's what's crazy about all of this. Anyways, I'm sidetracking the whole conversation. Rizzy saying manga just got more popular. Yeah, but it's the why. It's the why.
It's because of how it's written. You don't have this person writes this and that's what they write in
You think it's because of less speculation?
So comic books
Because
are
I feel like in
written
comics, when most people argue, it's over all of this speculation over whether this actually happened or what's real and what's not, and who was better and who wasn't, compared to like Naruto, where it's like Naruto's Naruto.
No, it's because it's written by someone. It's written by a person. The person who writes Naruto writes Naruto. The person who writes whatever. In our comics, it isn't like that at all.
Right. It's like 10 different people.
Yeah,
right. That
you might want to write
2020 version versus a 2016 version of this.
Like, you might want to write something else, but no, you can't write that something else because the publisher owns those, Now, what most people aren't familiar with when they talk about this conversation is they won't limit it to superhero comics. And there are a lot of actually really things that are become kind of popular that aren't superhero comics.
And are those things selling?
Huh?
Are those things selling more than Batman? Are they selling more than The Flash? Are they selling more than Superman?
I mean, no, but they're like The Walking Dead.
Okay.
That was a comic.
Yeah, I remember that. But again, because it's about the reason why I brought up the whole
No,
discussion.
I'm not saying why they're selling. I'm just saying I'm explaining that it's a different
other
process
things.
for writing. Like
The hottest Garfield comic.
Fuzzy's right, actually, that too.
A lot of top comic book writers went over to smaller publishers so they own their own stuff. Yeah, plenty of non-DC comics sell well, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that there aren't comics that sell well. Like I could probably write my own comic, right, and it would sell, I don't know, maybe 300,000. That's probably nothing, right, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
Put it
Loke, you're
next
not
to it.
saying the NBA isn't making good money. You're just saying, why is the NFL beating the shit out of the NBA?
Exactly.
I think it's
Because the
relevant.
NBA used to dominate. Like manga was nothing. I remember, I'm old enough to remember when manga was nothing in terms of
Accessibility has
scale.
helped it. Accessibility and the fact that they literally make what
That analogy was
what
awesome.
sells. They make what sells. They aren't like the same thing with like K-pop and like what you call it. Their industries are.
Coach, do you think it's because it's cheaper at all? Do you think any of this stuff is cheaper?
It's not cheaper. It is not cheaper.
No,
I'm curious. I was just wondering.
But
if it's cheaper.
it's so they make these products.
No, Crunchyroll cheaper than
like,
Netflix. Tell you that much.
They make
That's for sure.
products to, the way they make the products are they make a product like it's their product is selling this to these people. So like there's a very much a checklist that you'll notice and a very strict structure to how what each one does, and it's designed to sell.
You don't think Western comics are designed to sell?
They are, but they're designed to sell not in a modern sense. They pretty much do what they always did. They haven't changed in a long time. And how they're managed, how they're written, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So then would you say that manga is more open for new people compared to, I mean, because it sounds like the way you're describing comics to me kind of reminds me of like why a lot of people don't like to play.
Don't like what?
Why a lot of people don't like to play Gears of War. Because it's like if you're not really privy to what's going on, you're just gonna have a tough time.
Sorry. It's like both of them are hard to get into, but you can create your own manga and still it's not going to be nearly as much of a struggle as creating your own comic. That is a lot more it's a lot more work to get something out here. But and in both they throw out a lot of stuff, and if you're into a lot of comics, you'll read something and be like, "Oh, this is amazing," and it'll be gone. They won't have another sequel or anything. But
yeah.
I think a lot of the conversation, there are a lot of popular comics that if you just aren't into comics, you don't know that they are popular. Yeah.
All right. Tell us, Ray, welcome in. Infinite Umbra. Welcome. Have a seat. Fuzzy says, I had selling comic last year was Batman comic that sold 400,000. That's not great numbers. It's not great numbers. DJ Birdo, welcome in, says it's simple. The newer generation are into manga and anime than they are into Western comics. And the question, DJ Birdo, that started this whole deviation, and I apologize to everyone on the panel, especially Matt, who looks very disinterested in this one, is why, DJ Birdo. Everyone's aware of the fact that Jordan is
I
the
personally
champ.
think
We
it's
wanna
fresh
know why.
variety. I think it's fresh variety. I think it's fresh variety mixed with something that is, kind of foreign to you, but fun enough where you can still engage into it, understand what's going on, and be able to conversate with others about it. I mean, I feel like it's very similar in the way that you look at a lot of American gamers, like Innate, for example, huge JRPG fan. He'll take JRPGs over Western RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like, I mean, we all remember watching Rush Hour with the guy with the do-rag coming out, talking about, you know, rocking with his Asian bros and whatnot.
Oh my god.
And,
Rush Hour would never get made today.
And I think that is more popular than ever, seeing that, you know, the world is much more connected than before. So all of the stuff
Sensitive.
that's in the West that has been selling for decades, centuries now, people are tired of that shit. People are tired of that shit. And now they're able to see, connect, and get into things that are on the other side of the earth. And they're figuring out, yo, they're much more advanced and they see a future that I haven't lived already, repeated. So I'm gonna try that instead of Iron Man for the 30th time, or another Captain America, or another version of how Doctor Doom's coming back. Something like that. It's just something new.
But see, that's the thing. You're comparing them specifically to superhero comics, and that is not the world of comics.
But I'm using that as an example. Yeah, I am. I'm using that as an example because that's kind of what's relevant in my mind right now. That's just what I'm using.
But
Like,
so you keep saying diversity, but then you count out comics that are you're saying, oh,
you
this
can
is
use
the same.
those too. I could have used that for this example as well, but I didn't. I chose to use the superhero one. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's more diversity and
There isn't.
stuff that
I'm
people.
saying there's not this more diversity. You keep saying there's more diversity, but you're ignoring the fact that there are lots of diversity in what you call it comics.
In indie
Not,
comics.
but not the diversity that people are accustomed.
So when you say
Like a lot of our norms, and I think this is easy. A lot of our norms
Mhm.
are nobody else's norms.
yeah, that's
So
Yeah.
when when I say there's a lot of diversity, yeah, there's a lot of American diversity. But if you're an American, you know that stuff already. So it's not really wow, appealing, crazy compared to something completely new that you're introduced to for the first time. You see how they live? I mean, you got Americans over here taking their shoes off before they walk into the house because
you didn't
Me
do
too.
that. You didn't grow up doing that. Nasty.
Are you missing my point?
I grew up doing that.
Are you missing my
Most
point?
Most Americans did not do that. That's what he's
Are
saying.
you missing my point, Cozy? Because
I'm
now you're
saying,
just getting
I grew
personal.
up doing that.
No, you're getting personal right now instead of looking at the fact that majority of people don't do that shit.
I didn't know that wasn't normal.
No, Cozy, you knew it wasn't normal. Just like it ain't normal to put a croissant inside of another piece of bread and eat it. No, that ain't normal.
God damn it. Leave the Africans out of this, man.
I'm just saying,
For shoes.
we know. I don't know, Cozy, how you went to a public school here in the United States, and you're like, I didn't know that was normal.
I didn't hang out with those kids. Ugh.
Okay, so you're kind of revealing yourself, Cozy. You're saying I wasn't in society, so then how the hell would you know about it?
I'm just saying, I thought people took off their shoes because it's nasty to be all over the place and then have your shoes on inside.
But so what's the point of having the two mats at the front door?
You dust them off and leave them in the foyer and then put on your house shoes. That's what a house shoe is for.
House shoes. Okay.
Yeah, I have house shoes.
See, again, guys, more proof that I'm not American. More proof.
Well, that's because you guys wear boots all the time.
All right. Moving on. Nintendo
If I would have said no Spurs, you would have freaked out.
Oh God!
Nintendo rewrites patent mid-case in ongoing lawsuit against Palworld dev Pocket Pair. Why? This is your weekly reminder to hate Nintendo. That's
Nintendo's thing.
that's the only reason. That's the only reason I brought this topic up. It's not. We don't even have to discuss it. We don't have to do a deep dive on it. It's just more evidence that this company absolutely stinks. That's all. That's all. Cozy, do you want to add anything before we move on
I
to
hit
the
up
last?
Doc Rivers and told him to call a timeout. NBA commissioner.
Honestly,
I don't like that foul.
they took out. I get them taking out the mechanic. They should have made it so where it was still it could have still been a round object, but you didn't throw it.
Cozy, that is bullshit, and you know it. How can you copyright throwing?
Throwing around a spherical object.
Cozy, Naruto can now copyright hand signals. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is just like the itch.io thing.
Wait.
If we allow one
Jay-Z
thing,
sued me because I threw up the rock.
Dude, it's just like the itch.io situation. This is a slippery slope.
No. That you can't. Naruto can't do hand signs because they couldn't. It would have to be like the specific game dev or whatever, the company that owned the game that has to.
This is not about games, Cozy. This is about copyright of IP. It's not even about games. It's about copyright of IP, and you cannot. This is
patent. This isn't copyright. This is patent.
All right.
Very different.
Fine. You cannot patent, Cozy. You cannot patent movement of arms. That's insane.
They already established that a long time ago that you can patent.
They're trying
game designs. No, they already have. This isn't even the first one.
Because people let them get away with it, Cozy. What I'm saying is it's not right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't disagree.
Whether or not it's legal or not, we all know this. Just because you got money, you can make anything legal.
Wasn't there some sort of thing where Superman couldn't fly?
I mean, originally, technically, he couldn't fly.
No, I'm talking about like there was some sort of like
because of the creator.
Yeah, somebody said like you can't fly until X amount of, until this year or something like that.
It was some dumb shit. It was some really dumb shit.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I remember. Something about
and I get it. Like the original Superman was like, was he like jumping so far or something like that?
Yeah. Something about public domain and there was another character as well that they were conflicting with. Point is, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to copyright movement of someone's arm.
No,
it's ridiculous to copyright.
You're
swinging.
saying copyright. This is not a copyright. This is a patent.
God damn it. Point is, it's ridiculous to say, Cozy, I made a specific movement of a body part. I've patented that specific movement of that body part, and now no one can ever make a body part move in that way. It's insane.
No cartwheels.
It is a game. The copyright is for the specific game.
But you said it's not copyright.
It's for the game mechanic, not the copyright. You have me saying copyright. The patent is for the game mechanic.
Well, Naruto's hand movements are for the mechanic of the ninja moves.
There aren't any mechanics in a comic. There aren't any mechanics in a TV show.
They are though.
Naruto would be a copyright, and you can't and Naruto could not copyright a hand gesture that someone else might have used.
Patent.
You can't. No, you couldn't patent it. Naruto. Nothing about Naruto except for a mechanic they invented for a Naruto game could be patented, because you don't do patents for you do patents for like inventions, and you do copyrights for creations.
So Nintendo invented throwing objects.
No, throwing a spherical object to capture a creature.
They invented that, and now no one can throw a
Yes,
spherical object
as
to
long as the
capture.
patent is.
It's madness, Cozy. Okay, can we at least agree that it's madness?
It is. It is.
It's insane. Rachie, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. It says, because comics are trash, it's that simple. Damn. Damn. I just got done reading Batman Hush, and I'm upset at this super chat. I'm upset because comics are pretty awesome. They're awesome. Stop it. Lastly, we have some good news. Listen, gaming is not all bad, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes good things happen. All right. We got some news from Hazard. We got some good news from Hazardor Gaming. Says Ubisoft has cancelled a sequel to Star Wars Outlaws, according to Tom Henderson of Insider Gaming.
Right. Oh my god.
What's this?
I
Can't
love the
pocket
level.
pair throw cylinders.
I love that level of petty, and I support it.
Oh man.
I think they should.
Yeah, Matt, what are your thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws
Throwing
not
rolling
getting a
boxes.
sequel? Throwing boxes.
My thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws not getting a sequel.
Yeah. How sad are you about this, Matt? Tell us the truth.
Well, I couldn't really play the first one because of all the bugs it had. Seemed like it could have been fun, maybe, but I just didn't feel like putting up with whatever the fuck the product was that they put out at launch. I just didn't want to put up with it. And I haven't resubscribed to try it since, so I'm not gonna pretend that I care that it's not getting a sequel. Doesn't really surprise me. It seemed like one of those things that was kind of it happens to a lot of games now where before it launches the whole conversation's about anything but the
game,
the game, and it just happened to fall into that, and it never really deviated from that. And then the game came out, and then people like me found out, oh yeah, it's like legit busted. It's actually busted. And then that didn't help. So yeah, I guess it sucks if they had devs probably, they had ideas. Oh, we could do this for the sequel. Like, it sucks you're not going to get to do that. But am I surprised? No, not really.
No. Matt's not surprised.
And here's the thing: I wouldn't even mind. That game would have to be so cheap though. I wouldn't even mind grabbing that game on like a crazy sale and trying it after all the fixes. I wouldn't mind doing that, but like, it really put me off the stuff I had to put up with when that game launched.
Damn. Fuzzy says it was pretty obvious there wasn't going to be a sequel. Listen, Fuzzy, we take the wins we can get. All right? Everyone knew Dark Souls 1 was going to give us a Dark Souls 2. And when they announced it, we celebrated that as well. Reezy says, I liked Outlaws wasn't as bad as people claimed. I didn't have lightsabers in it, but that's okay, something different. Oh, listen, someone liked it. And for you, Reezy, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. As for
No, our
me,
buddy.
I'm popping a bottle of champagne. Matt, go ahead.
I was gonna say I know our buddy, Mr. Chivalry, who's like a fucking huge Star Wars fanatic.
Mm.
Loved Outlaws. Like he fucking loved it. So I'm
Oof.
just, yeah, it sucks for him,
Yep.
sucks for
Sucks
Dave
for him.
Easy.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, it sucks, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
Yep. Fuzzy says, "How is this a win?" How it's a win? All right, Fuzzy. When a game, right? When a game that I don't like comes out and then doesn't get a sequel, that means I don't have to not like the sequel,
Wow.
and that's a win.
The only games you like
That's
should
great.
exist.
Well, Cozy, that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about not being the all-knowing and almighty master of this universe. I am not to blame for the terrible things that happen in this universe. I just get to celebrate or decry whatever does happen. So if the idea is to get upset at me for being happy about this, then I hope everyone was upset at me for being sad about itch.io. Because if the idea is okay, what's Luke's position? Let's just pick the opposite and then be upset with him about that. Hey, we can do that as long as we're consistent. And I'm pretty happy about
I
this.
don't think that's a stance anyone would take.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't think it would ever be about, hey, what's Loke not like? Let's do the opposite. I think it'd be more
I'm
about
just
like,
saying.
oh, Loke doesn't
I
like
think
this
there
one
needs to be.
particular thing.
I'm just
That's not
saying there
cool, or
needs to
that
be
is.
more logic, Matt. I'm just saying there needs to be more logic behind. Oh, you shouldn't be upset about this. Then you shouldn't be you shouldn't be happy about this. There should be more logic behind it.
I'm saying I don't think that stance is sort of like every game that I don't like shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And why should you care?
Because
Since I'm not the exec, I'm not the head at EA. I'm not the head at EA. I'm not the head at FromSoft. I'm not the head at any of these companies.
No, because
So
I
what?
think that stance in and of itself is basically. I get
Hmm.
it. People only like what they like, but it's an extra step
Yeah.
to be like the only things that should exist are things which I like.
No, that's
No,
not my position. That's not my
that
position.
seems to be
My
your
position
position.
is if I don't like something, I'm going to celebrate its downfall. What's so bad about that? And again, it goes back to the whole consistency thing. If no one is upset when I am happy about something that I like getting a dub, why is someone upset about me doing the exact same thing, but this time I don't like the said thing? What's the problem?
I don't know. I think it's weird to just you could just be like weird to celebrate failure.
Why? But why does no one say it's weird that you like this thing so
So
much?
someone
Why
you
are you
don't
so
Because it's
happy?
not
particularly
weird. Because it's not weird to like things.
it's weird to have
But
that
the
much
premise,
negativity to be like
but
good.
but
You
the
deserve to
premise,
fail.
but
So
the
you
thing
like
is,
so when
Cozy,
people you
so now
don't
we're
like
saying
die, you're like good. You deserve to die.
now
Even if they weren't
now we're
bad.
in the path now we're in the path of toxic positivity.
No,
Like
you don't have to be. You don't. No,
thou shalt not dislike anything.
I'm not saying you don't have to
No,
dislike
you're not
anything, but
allowed
being
to.
like,
That's not.
I'm not
yes,
allowed to. I'm not
yes.
allowed to dislike anything.
Do you wish?
No,
I'm
that's
Do you
not
wish
what anyone's
failure and death
saying.
on
You're not.
everyone you don't
No.
like?
What?
Do you wish failure
It's
and death on? That's the logical step. Do you wish failure and death
it's
on people you don't like? Are you happy that they
it,
fail and that they die? Even if it's for something minor, you're just like, good, you deserve to die.
Do I wish death?
That would be the
on-
logical next, also logical conclusion.
No, I don't wish death on people I dislike.
Why not?
Why not? Because I don't care about them. Like if I dislike you, right? I don't believe that dislike leads to like hate.
You don't
I
have to hate
disagree
someone
with
to
it.
wish that they
I
die.
think, hold on. I think if you dislike someone, the opposite of liking someone is indifference. You just like, yo,
So,
I just don't want that person around me. Whether they're happy with their lives, whether they're not happy with their life, I don't care. I'm good. You just don't care. So
so
that's
then
the
you should.
opposite of dislike.
Then you dislike. So you hate. So you dislike these games. So you dislike a game. You should think this game should fail.
No, I don't sit there and think,
No,
oh, I hope this fails.
no, you.
I
You're
look at
happy
it
that
and
they
I'm like,
fail. If you hope,
I,
if you are happy that that something has a negative outcome, then you have to be happy. You have to be. You aren't going to be
what?
happy if they succeed.
No. And this goes back to the football manager thing. I grew up in a generation where it was very normal for people to not like the stuff that I liked, and I was okay with it. But I find it I find it very interesting how a lot of people get triggered when it happens. Now, even now, it doesn't matter what it is. Find anything on the internet, right, that someone loves and tell them this thing sucks. People have no like self. I don't know if it's self confidence or self love. I don't know what it is, but people they're not satisfied with them being happy with that thing. They want everyone else
Oh
to
no, I
also be
agree with that.
happy
But you're
with that
taking it to
thing.
the opposite.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
that's not what.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying, Cozy, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, it's okay to not want something to succeed.
you
What's the
said
problem?
then you agree that you want it to fail.
What?
That no, I asked you if you want something. If you were so you agree that you want them to fail, that you wish them to fail.
No. When I saw the product, I was like, you know what? This ain't for me. Whatever. And then when I see that it failed, I'm like, this reinforces that most things that aren't for me aren't for most people. That's all.
You said you were happy it failed.
Yeah, not because it failed, but
No,
because it
but you're
reinforced to
happy it
me.
failed.
Let me
It doesn't
finish.
matter
But let
why
me
you're
finish.
happy it failed.
But you're
You
not
are happy.
listening. But you're not.
You are happy
No, but
things you don't like fail.
now you are now you are personally selecting which part of my motivation matters to you, which is fine. That's what matters to you. I'm telling you that for me, the real golden nugget here is the reinforcement of, you know what, things that Locke usually likes are actually good, and things that Locke usually doesn't like are actually bad. That's what I'm taking. That's what I take from it. That's what satisfies me. Now, if for you that means that he hates the game and he's celebrating just because the game failed, that's fine. For me, it's because it reinforces to me that, you know what, maybe my taste ain't so bad.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you
What?
hoping something fails, to be honest.
If you rewind,
I'm just saying in general, like hoping something fails isn't a big thing for really anybody, right? Like there's plenty of banks that hope another bank fails so they can get their way in. There's, I mean, every year I hope every fucking team other than my team fail.
Raiders gonna win the
like every
NFL.
fucking year. So
Raiders
like,
are gonna win this year.
I don't think that like the idea of somebody failing at something that you don't like or another team or something like that is bad. I think it's maybe bad if you wish harm onto somebody or you hope that they, get hit by a bus or,
Why?
get some sort of disease or something like that.
Why?
Because to me, that treads on the inhumane.
I mean, you can't give them that sort of thing. So, like,
Sure,
as long as
right,
as
but
long as it just happens to them, good on you.
I think that is like, I think there's kind of a line in each kind of area where it's like, hey, like, for instance, there's plenty of parents out there, whether it's right or wrong, that are like, man, I hope my kid fails at singing because I want them to be a doctor.
Oh my god. It's messed up. But yeah,
Does that mean they're a bad parent?
I don't know. Let's ask Cozy.
Maybe to some people that may, but maybe they've had a long lineage of doctors and they just hope that they stay on their feet. They've seen the lineage of each of their family member that followed suit do well. So, I mean, like, this whole idea of failing being something that you can't, like, hope upon something, I just think it's kind of nuts. We all hope something. We all do. Every day.
That's not true.
I hope this plan falls through so I can sit on my fucking couch.
Oh shit. Hope this dinner gets canceled.
I'm not hoping anybody dies. I'm just hoping this thing doesn't come to fruition.
I hope it rains so I don't have to go to the beach with the kids. God damn it.
No. That's my own thought. I guess that's my thought process. Like, seeing this game fail, and I'm assuming this is the way Loke's looking at it. Good. They can work on something I like. That simple. He's not asking anybody to be fired. He just says, I don't like this. They're not wasting their time on making another one. Hopefully now they can use that time wisely for something I like.
More or less. But really the crux of it is it's ego boost. I'm not even gonna lie, Ham. It's an ego boost. For me, it's like, yo, I was right. That game was trash. And most people feel that way. That's all.
Well, I was mad at the game ever since it came out. I told Matt, like, I was enjoying the hell out of it. Kept crashing over and over and over.
And then what happened to your save again?
I was happy that all I did was rent the service that I rented for it because I canceled it immediately. And I haven't had to deal with it. Feel bad for anybody that spent full on that at the time of work. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
I remember Matt wasn't even having the same issues as I was. He couldn't play his game on his PC. And he paid for the service to get it in both places. You advertised something that you couldn't give me.
Damn. Dorian Gray says, I laugh at Sony failing at live service. Ah man, but Dorian Gray, that one hurts both of us because I also laugh, but it hurts as well because it's like they should have just stayed to single player because that's what we like.
Because that doesn't matter. That's what you like. That's not what's making the money.
Well,
live service ain't making the money either.
It is making the money. The problem is it's not their live service games. Yeah, most of their money comes from Fortnite and like sports games.
They don't care about that though as much as they want it from their own.
There you go. So
it's cool. So it's cool to make money off of Microsoft's live service, but then I have to pay Microsoft.
The fundamental problem is yes, most of their money comes from live service stuff.
So when Concord fails, that's a good day for me.
And the problem is, the problem is, at least with Sony, is it doesn't equal them going back to single player because their single player efforts are too expensive. But
they just need to take enough L's, Cozy. That's all it is. A lot of people and organizations pick a direction and they pick a vision. And once that vision starts failing, it's just a matter of time. If they keep failing at this current vision for the next 10 years, Cozy, for the next 15 years, you think Sony is not going to pivot before they shut down?
Their pivot is very obvious.
Which is?
They're cornering the anime and manga market.
Regardless, point is they're pivoting.
But
Point
the
is,
problem is with their games and stuff is those single
yeah,
player games they make are mostly expensive and not hardly making them anything.
Yeah.
They're not
they're
getting
gonna
those
give those
sales
that's
the
why
numbers they
they-
need.
That's why they did that whole thing. Hey, we're gonna make 100 live service games, whatever fucking number they said. That's why they did that in the first place. Was because they saw all the money that they weren't making doing the things that apparently everybody loves, and they said, "Well, shit, we can't keep doing the thing everybody loves if it's not going to make us money. Let's do this other thing." And then everybody's like, "Oh, we also don't like that either." And then they're like,
Good luck with
"Oh
that.
shit, well then what the fuck do we do?"
Oh man, man, corporations losing money, man. Like at no point will I be shedding a tear over that. Like I'm sorry, man. I can't see it. Maybe after I own enough shares in Microsoft or Sony and Nintendo, maybe then.
I'm with Fuzzy on his second to last. I didn't read his other comment, but the only thing you get out of this is less investment in single player games. And I don't think that's a W for anyone here.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
And specifically from Ubisoft, because here's the thing that Ubisoft is gonna do, because they're Ubisoft and they fucking stink. They're gonna see this and they're gonna go, "Wow, well we tried. So how about like." And consider the IP that Ubisoft owns, Splinter Cell. I fucking love Splinter Cell. Imagine, I don't know, Far Cry. I love Far Cry. Imagine Assassin's Creed. I don't love Assassin's Creed, but I like it enough. And they're just like, hey, you know, all these single player games we try to make, they kind of just flop. How about we just stop doing that?
Matt,
How about we just stop doing that? And we focus on what's that one game they had a couple years ago that was like a battle royale that fucking stunk, that nobody played and they killed it in like a couple of months, like Hyperdrive or something.
For Honor? Was it For Honor?
No, that game's been great.
For Honor's fine, actually.
Yeah,
okay.
That game's been great.
Surprisingly, it's been out forever and it's doing old.
There's a game that like came out, it was like Hyper or something. It's like a battle royale, and it lasted for like a month and a half, and they shut it down. But
are you talking about the skating one?
No, not skating. It was like a proper FPS game, battle royale. But I'll have to look it up. But then also you can forget that and just say, what's the most recent? X Defiant. You could also just throw an X Defiant in there as well. Of like, this is what people want.
Are you talking about Ubisoft in particular or anybody else?
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Yeah, they did make X Defiant, and then
but there was another one that they made a couple. I can't remember.
But
that was my point.
A battle royale.
They did some balancing X Defiant, then it died.
Yeah, Defiant's a different game, but I'm also, my point was like that kind of game. I don't really care that they're not making a sequel to this. I'm not gonna lose sleep, tell you that much. But I'm not gonna cheer for it, especially in Ubisoft's case, because I don't trust Ubisoft. Like, I'm really worried about things like Far Cry, and I love Far Cry. They're talking about a Ghost Recon game. I'm very worried about what that is. And maybe it's great. Maybe that'd be awesome, but like, if it's not, shit, dude. I don't know.
Talking about Hyperscape?
Hyperscape was the game. Hyperscape.
What? I never even heard about this game.
It came. They tried to do like a big marketing push for it, and they do the same thing every other publisher does. They pay streamers to play it and talk nice about it. And that hype lasts for like a month, and then once it died off, it really died off, and then they just killed it.
Yeah, it was like a Apex game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Matt, to your point about Ubisoft,
copying people, failing, sucking.
These guys ain't made nothing for me for years, bro.
That's fair. I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying.
So
I'm just saying
me,
that I agreed with Fuzzy's point.
Yeah. And I'm saying that again. This whole thing started because I said like I'm happy about this, and turns out it's a problem that I'm happy
might-
about this.
I'm gonna have to agree with Loke. It's kind of a W.
Okay.
The thing is,
I know Fuzzy and Matt, maybe Cozy disagree, but like
because you're not getting more. Like the people are
the
like, yes,
reason
now
that this is a
Sony-
W at all, whether you like it or not, is it just says don't do this. Don't do
The thing
this.
is, it signals
That's
more
exactly,
like what
that's
Bungie
exactly what
say.
it tells
says
them.
don't do this.
Don't make a game like this ever. Don't focus on this type of game ever.
That's not exactly what it
Yeah,
means.
that is
it just
what
means
it says.
no. That's what you perceive it as.
That's what
That's what it means to a
corporation.
We
corporation.
can perceive two totally different things, can we not?
The corporation sees it as that.
Time out. I asked you
Exactly.
a question, bro. Like I just asked you, hey, can we perceive things differently?
I'm not saying this is what you call it, but the reason these people also complain about the lack of these games is because these games aren't selling.
They're not
Yeah.
selling because this wasn't made properly. It has nothing to do with it being single player.
But I'm saying
Single-player games in
a
general are
corporation
not-
doesn't
they
care
see
about
single-player games not selling. That's what they
the
see.
the publisher Ubisoft doesn't care that the game wasn't made properly. The shareholders aren't going to look at like, oh, the game wasn't made properly. You'll get them next time. They're going to be
Well,
like, hey, the game
but
wasn't
my
made
point
properly. Don't fucking do that again.
My point is they're not looking at X Defiant and saying we're never going to make another multiplayer game.
Because they're multiplayer
Of course,
games
because
are still
multiplayer
making
games
money.
are making money for everybody. Not for everybody,
Sure,
but
but
a
so
lot of
do
people.
single player games if you make them
No.
properly.
They
Not really.
usually
If you
don't.
make them properly, yes, they do.
They don't make bank. They don't pay
I mean,
the bills.
not every
They don't
game is
make-
Elden
they-
Ring.
They don't make they don't make the reoccurring constant money that
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
talking about, like a Call of Duty, but saying that they don't make money isn't true.
But everybody, not everyone cares about like, oh, we got these sales. They care about exactly what you just said, that reoccurring constant influx of money that never fucking stops.
Well, but but that's on them to figure out how to put that into other games.
No.
Yes, it is.
Microtransactions
There,
or-
and
Yes,
that's
it
what they're going to
is.
try to
That's
do.
what they're doing. Microtransactions or less of single player.
Well, you do less
No,
single player, you get less interest in certain types of games. I think we're just playing ring around the rosy right now. Because you cannot tell me that single player games don't make any money, because that's not true.
Lots of them barely.
No, it's not
make
that they
any
don't
money.
make any money. It's
You
that
can
they don't
say
make-
lots of them don't, but I can say lots of multiplayer games don't either. What's your point?
I don't
A
think
good
that they
game
don't
is a
make
good
money.
game, and a good game is going to sell.
That's
Just like
not
Black
true
Myth
either.
sold.
That's not true
Black
either.
Myth
A
sold
good
like
game
crazy.
is-
Expedition 33
A
sold
game
like
being
crazy.
good does not guarantee
There is
itself.
plenty of opportunity to make
Robocop
big
sold like
money
crazy.
on a single player game. It's like I don't understand how this is only one direction, but it can't go back the other. You're like, oh, if they screw up making a single player game, then all we're gonna get is multiplayer. And if they screw up making a
No.
multiplayer game, and all we're gonna get is a multiplayer, and it's like that doesn't make any sense.
We'll still
It
get
doesn't.
Assassin's Creed.
My whole point is the fact that
Essentially,
for a
Matt,
regular
you've
developer,
already made their Matt. The point that Ham is making about this not making sense. That regardless of what happens with the sales, they're still gonna make more multiplayer games. The decision's already been made. There's nothing we're doing that's going to change their decision. It's already been made. So why are we responsible for how they are going to act? Why? Huh?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm asking the question now, which is why are we responsible for how they have decided to act?
I'm not.
Why
saying-
do we need to
Listen,
be
I'm
nice?
not saying you're
Why do we need to be nice?
Oh.
Hold on. Why do we need to be benevolent and empathetic about their decisions?
I'm
I
not
didn't
saying
say
that
no
you
yet.
do.
It's
I've never got on. I never got on here and said you
This
have to
whole
feel a
discussion,
certain way.
We've been here for 30 minutes. We've been here for 30 minutes. You, Fuzzy and Cozy. It's the
And-
problem. It's a
Fine.
problem that we are not heartbroken
Yes.
No, I'm not
If they
saying
have
be
failed once
heartbroken.
again.
I was never saying being heartbroken. You
Well,
are
you just said it wasn't a W, right? That
Yes.
I mean, that's the
Yes.
bottom line here. Is it
It's-
wasn't a W? I'm saying, depending on how you look at it.
you know, like the same thing with the people cheering, like, "Yay, Sony's going to stop making all these what you call it."
Live service?
They're not.
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet.
But the
But
reality is, they think it means they'll get more of what Sony has been doing, and that's not going to happen.
I think if we keep feeding Sony enough L's, they're gonna have to do something. Whether it's doing what Nintendo has decided to do with this generation. Let's not forget, even Nintendo's like, yo, we did have a good margin, but we still need to lower the margin even more because development costs have gone higher. So we're going to lower the margins and the time frames of how we make our video games. And Nintendo is like the king of single player, not online games.
The problem is Sony has to do something to get their margins up before they figure out how to do all that. Their margins are already the lowest.
Yes, what they're gonna have to do is stop putting $200 million into
But then
one
how
game.
will they get those big games?
Adapt or die, Cozy. That's what it is.
The only
There's
reason
no-
I think it's a W, as I said, at all, like, I'm not saying it's a huge W. Like, I'm not jumping out of my seat. But the only reason I say it's a
Popping
W,
champagne.
because I see Fuzzy says you just saying you didn't win anything. What I won was their time to be put in a better spot. And if they choose to not put it into a better spot, I didn't lose anything either.
And also,
Because if they came out with another one of this game, it's not a win for me because I didn't want it. So if they did something else, whether it be a multiplayer game that I'm actually interested in or not, or another single player game in a different
You're
universe
gonna get
or whatnot,
Assassin's Creed.
if they then focus on that instead
That's
of
what they're gonna get,
this
yeah.
sequel that was supposed to possibly come out, then I did win because they came out with this sooner than it was supposed to come.
There are 3 pillars will be Assassin's Creed, Siege, and For Honor.
And going back to the topic of if a theory goes forward, it must go backwards. Fuzzy, if this is not a dub, then that means no one can ever claim that they've ever gotten a dub from getting a game they wanted. Is that you're telling me Metal Gear coming out, I didn't get a dub? When
No,
Cozy's Factorio came out, she didn't get a dub?
because
When Matt's Doom came out, he didn't get a dub. Come on. If
this game getting
If the
canceled
game
does not
that
mean
you
you're going to
don't
get
want-
Splinter Cell.
hold
This does
on,
not mean
Cozy.
you're going to get any of those other things. It means you're less like they're probably just going to go back to what works for
You
them.
know what it does
It
mean?
makes, it makes me
You know what it does
significantly
mean?
more worried for Splinter Cell.
You know what it does mean, Cozy? It means that we're one step closer to either getting Splinter Cell or shutting the
Or-
whole game down.
No, Splinter Cell's not happening.
All right then. So we're one day closer to shutting the whole thing down.
No,
Because
Assassin's Creed.
like my whole thought process is like, how is it a W if I still don't get what I want?
It's not. I mean,
So then wouldn't it be more of a W for me for them to do something in the possibility of something that I do like happening, whether it happens or not,
I mean,
versus
if
something
that's-
continuously coming out that I know I'm just not going to.
I mean, if that's how you look at it, then that's fine. There's nothing. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong for thinking like that. I will not do that. Same for you, Oak. I'm not going to tell you, like, if that's your logic, I'm not going to fucking shit on you for your logic. I was literally just agreeing with Fuzzy Tomato. I agree with what he said. That was it.
All right. This was a nice outro. This is a nice outro. Don't forget, everyone, to make sure to lick the corporate boot before on your way out, preferably the Ubisoft boot.
I haven't bought a Ubisoft
Ham,
game since 2014, so
Matt, plug your channel. Tell people they
Oh,
can find you, what you're up to, etc., etc.
yes. You can find me on YouTube, videos every week. I'll figure out what my next video is because it was supposed to be Wuchang, and probably not going to be that.
That's
So
all.
we'll figure that out. Shows every week as well. It's Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern for the two-player podcast with myself and Ham Solo. It's Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern for the L3R3 podcast with myself, our days Mike, and it's me Juan. And then you can find me here Fridays 4 p.m. Eastern for the show with these folks.
All right. Miss Cozy Beluga, the Nintendo goddess herself, please plug your channel, tell people
uh,
to find you, etc., etc.
you can find me where you find all Cozy Belugas here. On Fridays, then Getting Wasted with Wise on Fridays, and I'm still working on getting my stuff up and running. Okay, I'll calm down. You calm down, would you?
You're the only one that doesn't like the bird.
Land.
We love hearing the
Absolutely
bird.
not.
Everyone loves hearing the bird. Ham, plug your channel. Sorry. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Plug your channel,
Listen.
Ham.
Listen, it's been a long week. God
Where
damn
can
it.
they find you, Ham?
Internet.
Oh man, Ham, plug whatever you want to plug. Go ahead.
Well, okay. I guess I'll plug this then.
Okay.
I just got done talking to somebody that lately.
What happened?
I was talking to somebody that's been taking care of Loke lately.
Someone has been taking care of me. Okay. I don't like where this is going already. But alright. It's a video and the
I
volume
wanted to give you a quick update. Kai is a big humper. He's overstimulated, literally humping everyone. And a lot of the dogs did not like it. He is social, but he's more concerned about humping everybody than he is playing and me. I wanted to give you a quick update. Kai is a big humper.
Okay.
He's overstimulated, literally humping everyone.
Oh,
And a lot of the dogs did not like
and why is the dog black? Why is he like, God damn it. So when you saw this, you're like, yeah, that's him.
Look, and I thought, and I was looking at this, I was like, this is cozy right here.
Let's see.
100% caught cozy dropping off.
Okay.
I wouldn't have dropped the package so politely.
Do I see honey bun?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, that's cozy.
I would definitely have dropped the package.
That's cozy. Dude, that walk back to the truck.
Walking
That's
away.
cozy. That's cozy. That's how she walks. For anyone who doesn't know,
Crab
that's
walking
how
back to the
she
truck.
actually walks.
away.
That's
The way
literally
she
how
crab
cozy
walks
walks.
away kills it.
Do I see honey bun?
Good job, cozy.
Bunny?
Good job, cozy. Awesome. Check it out.
I will
That's
say that I
great.
never go for the honey bun.
Oh my goodness. That was cute.
Yeah, cozy, you're already too sweet. Anyways,
What?
yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, you guys can find us back here next week. I'm assuming Loke will be back up on Thursday, going
Yes.
again on Wednesday,
Yes.
back here for the lowdown at Friday BullSittin. So I guess I'll see y'all then.
Let's go. Y'all have a good one. And Ham?
Nice.
Ham? You're not done. Come on.
I guess if you want. Keep it Star Wars or keep it.
Ew, that's disgusting. No, we're not gonna sign off on that. Do it properly.
It's
All right,
Star
fine.
Wars
Keep it gaming
Outlaws.
or keep it moving. Bro.
All right.